All right, kids, let's do this. Cotter and Marshall Show. Get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can listen, download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Also at rock1061.com. Now, while you're hitting up all the social medias, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Marshall, good morning.
Good morning. I made one of the most amazing burgers in my life last night. God damn.
You were talking about this. I mean, you were going all out on this burger. There was mushrooms involved.
Oh, yeah. It was like, it's like I don't work very hard on the show. But, man, I worked so hard last night on making one of the best damn burgers I've made in my life. That's right. Had the wife mix up, her meat mixture of cheese and like the Worcester sauce and the salts and the peppers and all sorts of stuff. Dude, I did a garlic, butter, Bella mushroom. Did that in little skillets. I cooked off like the burger buns, a little butter on them.
Oh, good.
And then, man, it's the first time I used the grill this year. And just cooking on the grill, you feel like a man. Oh, Cotter, these burgers, I'm telling you, possibly the best thing I've ever made in my life.
Well, hats off to you. Enjoy. I'm glad.
I did enjoyed the hell out of it.
I ate more Hatch green chilies.
No, why are you doing that, man?
Because
we talked about this.
I can't stop. I took a picture. I'm going to post today on the Cotter and Marshall Facebook page and Instagram just to see my stash of Hatch green chilies. Went by Kroger on the way home, picked up 4 more containers. I did. I did.
Why are you doing this to yourself? You barely made it through the show yesterday. You almost died during trivia, man. What's wrong with you?
It could happen again today. I don't know.
God.
All right. So as of today, the state of Georgia is allowing all adults 16 plus to get the COVID vaccine. I thought there'd be a mad rush. So last night, I just went to the Georgia Department of Public Health website, and it's stupid easy to make your appointment. It gives you all the options. I picked Kroger, picked the Kroger by my house. I'm getting my first shot this Saturday.
Yeah, our coworker was sitting in here after the show yesterday, and she booked her appointment for like 9 a.m. at Walgreens the next day. Like, yeah, this morning she's getting it.
And a friend of ours said they went to the mass vaccination site out at Gulfstream. No line, no wait, no appointment. You just go in and you get it done.
Yeah, it is mass. It's a large amount of people.
Well,
yeah,
sure.
They should be able to handle anyone walking up. But it's good to see everyone getting an opportunity to get the vaccine. I mean, this is just going to push us more and more towards our ultimate goal, having concerts again, man. I miss live music.
So by November, which is when Welcome to Rockville is scheduled, I'm going to feel so good.
Yeah.
So good, so ready.
Well, I mean, it's in Florida, though. So you really don't know about those people.
And that's pre-pandemic. You don't know. It's always questionable.
It's true. It's true.
All right, coming up on the show today, Jeffe, the new music Beta Fish, is going to select a new song for us during the 8 o'clock hour. Choices today, brand new stuff from Atreyu featuring Travis Barker.
Oh, interesting.
Song is called Warrior.
Okay.
Or new stuff from 10 Years, Unknown. I think 10 Years is an underrated band. Cool guys when they came by. Great show at Victory North pre-pandemic.
Yeah. They didn't even act like rock stars. They even act like they were a big deal. They're just like, yeah, this is my 9 to 5.
Yeah. It was
so
crazy.
weird.
Also going to take your calls about the annoying things coworkers do. We've got a list.
Yeah.
And coming up, about last night, Chase Claypool of the Steelers got in a bar fight. Miller Lite, they're releasing beer or bar-scented candles.
Yeah, bar-scented, huh?
And Viking-style funerals
are back to being legal.
Making a comeback.
Nice.
I'm so ready for this. Cotter and Marshall Show, good morning, Pretty Reckless, and so it went. Rock 1061.
Good morning, guys. I'm just putting our stream up on all of our pages. So don't mind me. Hope you guys had a great night last night, doing whatever you guys do. I did make, honestly, one of the best burgers of my life.
That's great.
Did a Hawaiian bun, did that garlic butter mushroom. Oh, the burger, outstanding. Coupled it with just a nice little southwestern side salad. Delicious.
Well, when I use the flint and start a fire this Saturday, maybe I'll just grill up something afterwards because it's going to be such a roaring fire.
You should find the closest animal and cook them. You should just absolutely find the closest animal.
I do have squirrels in my backyard occasionally. Never had squirrel.
Never had squirrel. Let's see. Okay, we are shared to the appropriate spots on the intranets. Good morning. I had to come in while y'all are talking food. Dude, I'm saying, I made one of the best burgers of my life. My wife looked at me almost with pride last night for the first time in my life.
Wow.
Almost with pride.
Almost.
Yeah. Then she realized who I was. And then, yeah, so, dude, I'm telling you, man. And maybe it was just like the first grill of the season. I
Yeah.
have not grilled out since 2020.
Trying to think last time. Have I grilled out this year? I don't know. Because during the pandemic, we were just going up to the Ogeechee Meat Market, and they had like these weekly specials where you dropped
Yeah.
$80 and you got like a crap ton of meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I had my kid here because my wife and my youngest daughter don't eat meat. My oldest and I do. But I haven't gone to Ogeechee to get that deal because then it'd just be me. That's a lot of meat trying to,
You can freeze it.
No, I know.
You know
Yeah, no,
freezers
it
exist.
comes in. You can get it vacuum sealed when you pick it up from Ogeechee. It's great.
Nice. I have to get blood drawn, so I'm hungry and thirsty.
Ew.
Ooh, sorry about that. So you want me to stop talking about hamburgers? Because
How delicious it was.
they were crazy delicious. Yeah, I was excited. I was excited to grill out, man. I'm looking forward to the next grill out session. It's always good when you like grill out and you don't mess it up.
Yes.
Because there was quite a stretch where I was one of the worst grillers of all time. I couldn't cook chicken for the life of me.
See, I haven't grilled too much chicken, so I wouldn't. I don't know if I could pull that off. My biggest problem when I first started grilling was I just always wanted to flip the meat, make sure it was okay, mess with it, and it
Too
just
much.
right.
Leave it alone, man.
I 100% agree. Keep an eye on the fire. Make sure it's not getting out of hand. But just leave the meat there, and it never takes as long as you think it's going to if you want, like a steak or hamburger cooked right.
Mm-hmm. I'll be fine. Appointment's at 7:15 this morning. Well, good luck with that blood draw, man.
Afterwards, I recommend going to Rocky's and getting their breakfast burrito if you're hungry. It's delicious.
True.
Don't know if
It's
it's anywhere close where you're going to be, but good.
All right, let's answer the internet. Let's go to the risque pile.
We got
for
about
a second.
25. So if
Oh,
you wanna-
okay. We'll do it after
Yeah.
this. I don't remember if I asked that one or not. That's really funny. All right, we'll try this one.
Okay.
We'll try this one after the break.
All right, be right back. Good morning. Be sure to get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Let's get into about last night. Story number one, Steelers wide receiver Chase Claypool got involved in a bar fight out in Costa Mesa, California. Now, he just wrapped up a great rookie season, played in all 16 games, 62
Massive.
catches, 873 yards, 11 touchdowns.
He got 4 in his first game, man.
The man killed it. Well, they're at this bar called the Wild Goose Tavern. Supposedly, inside, somebody started throwing bills at a woman. People got offended. There was a scuffle. It went outside.
There was a ruckus.
A ruckus.
Yeah.
Multiple people were involved. And then Chase got involved and delivered a pretty swift kick to somebody's head.
Yeah, I mean, the guy fell down. Chase kind of kicks him in the head because he's trying to break up the fight. I
Yeah.
don't think he was actually trying to take part in it.
Right.
He did a very good job of kind of circling the outside at the beginning. But there was one of the dirtiest moves ever at the very end. So Chase is kind of walking away back off the fight because people are going, Chase, get away, Chase, get away. And it was like a Ndamukong Suh. Remember him?
Yeah.
He actually still plays for the Buccaneers. He just signed a deal with him. He's one of the dirtiest players in the game. Some dude kind of ran up and shot for Chase's knees. I don't know if you saw that on the video.
I didn't have to go back
It
and
was
watch.
closer to the end of the video. But some guy just went straight for his knees. I'm like, that is filthy. Like, you knew who he was, and you know you were doing something real bad.
Yeah, Claypool wasn't the instigator of any of it. And yeah, I mean, it was smart for his friends to be like, dude, dude, you know who you are. Let's back away.
Yeah.
You don't want to be involved in any of this. You don't want to do anything stupid. You don't want to be sued after the fact.
Yeah.
So it was smart of his friends, smart of him to finally just kind of back away from the whole thing. Now, the cops were called. They're investigating. As of now, nobody has been charged with anything or arrested. I'm guessing nobody will.
No, this is one of those boys will be boys type of situations because I don't see any major humanly damage being done, at least in this video that was shown.
No.
Chase didn't really do anything. Yeah, he technically kicked a guy in the face, but I mean, like, it was very dark. I mean, did I see it? I'm not for sure. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's something that will probably be just washed away in the ether of the internet very, very soon. But this is, I mean, it was scary at the very end. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, if this dude, like, blew a knee out because this dude went full force, like, he literally went for his knees, I mean, it could be bad not only for his career, but just for the look of the NFL.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers fans are so unforgiving. I'm sure they would have not held anything against the guy, if they would have taken him out.
Whoa. They're not Eagles fans. Steelers fans have class,
That's
at least.
true. That's true. They didn't. They haven't booed Santa Claus yet.
Mm.
All right, coming up, Miller Lite has got bar scented candles. It's for a great cause, but I feel it's like 5 months too late.
Yeah, it is quite late in the process.
So we've got that
Yeah.
story coming up about last night. Cotter and Marshall show. Good morning, Rock 106.1.
Gibby, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone watching on the stream this morning. Chase Claypool's an idiot. Not that big of an idiot. A year too late for beer scented candles. I mean, technically, I would say it's never too late for these beer scented candles, but the idea seems a little late in the process because they're trying to give all the proceeds to the hospitality industry, which, more than a year into the pandemic seems a bit like ham-fisted, Well, I hope everyone's doing good this morning. Cotter and I don't think we're struggling, but we're definitely a little bit more on the tired side. I wouldn't say I don't know why for any one reason. Actually, I did. I stayed up a little past my bedtime last night just watching the Challenge on MTV. I don't know if one of you guys watched the Challenge or not, but Challenge is outstanding. Outstanding television. But yeah, Miller Lite's doing some bar smell candles. So we'll talk about that next. And then our third story talks about Maine and the state of Maine allowing Viking funerals. I didn't even realize that was a thing anymore, but apparently one state does allow them in the United States. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Yeah. Gibby, you obviously saw that story. Yeah, 3 different scents. One's like a dive bar, the smell of stale beer. Actually, hold on. What is it?
Think of a great description.
Top notes of aromatic tobacco that mix with the familiar brew scents of fermented yeast before finishing with bottom notes of musk and pine.
So stale.
Is that what you call it?
I think, right? Or hipster.
Or hipster. It's interesting. It's an interesting combination. I would like to get my hands on it just so I can smell it. Are you gonna buy any of these candles? Are you a candle guy?
No,
No?
not a candle guy. Like I said, I mean, I think it's just they're just like 5 months too late on it. Dana, my wife, found something too. There's a website. So this guy in Mexico had a bar. You just opened it pre-pandemic, and then obviously pandemic started. They had to close down. Then they were finally able to do pickup. People can come up and pick up drinks and go home. So, but he's like, you're still missing the camaraderie of hanging out. You're missing all of this. So they recorded just bar sounds. They got sounds of just being outside, people talking, drinks being made, all this stuff. So now when people would come up to the bar to get their drinks, basically give them a link to this website, and you can turn it on, and it sounded like you're in a bar. I'm like, that's actually kind of funny. And he did that months ago. So I'm like, that's kind of cool. But this, I mean, he did this 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Perfect. But like I said, good cause. That's the best part about it.
My coworker, middle of last year, same thing. He missed sitting at a bar, so he actually green screened himself and another guy for like 3 hours, sitting at a bar and just having like the sound was low, so you couldn't actually hear what they were saying. But they
Right.
sat there the entire time. They get up and move, come back. Yeah, they put up that video I think on YouTube a long time
Okay.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to go. I almost reached out to the guys at Southbound during the pandemic and just be, can I? You don't need to give me a beer, but can I just come and hang and sit at the bar? 'Cause, I mean,
Uh,
they were still making beer.
Gibby goes, I'll burn my incense through my dragon when I feel froggy. Ooh, sick. Oh, that's pretty sick. For a good cause, I can understand. Yeah. I mean, supposedly it goes to a charity here, so good for these guys.
It's going to the hospitality industry.
Seems real late. All right, this hour obviously going to wrap up about last night, and then we'll do a Cinnamon Toast Crunch update to wrap up the 6 o'clock hour. Then the 7 o'clock hour, if you guys on the chat today, if you want to provide anything that you find annoying about your coworkers, it doesn't need to be like a specific thing for a specific coworker, like in general.
Yeah.
Like, does one coworker sneeze too much? Anything like that, go ahead and drop that in the chat. We'll make sure to talk about that in the 7 o'clock hour.
And the Cinnamon Toast Crunch has taken a dark turn for Mr. Jensen Karp.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like every time someone gets any sort of notoriety,
Yeah.
they're the biggest villain in the world now. Yeah, so the sounds of the bar is like those ambiance videos of Christmas logs burning.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was.
100%.
And you can, it's like if you didn't want like the outside street sound, you could turn it down. If you wanted more inside bar sound, you could turn it up.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
It's pretty cool.
So you obviously spent some time with that.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. All right, getting into Wicked Garden from Stone Temple Pilots. After that, we'll talk Miller Lite scented candles.
Yeah, just overall on the day. Outside of the show, we don't have a very busy day. I'm going to the dentist today, which sounds great. Once every 4 years. That's how I do it.
Yeah. Gibby, do you listen on the stream or do you listen on a radio? I just got a question about that. Somebody commented on something. I wanted to know how you listened and see how it was sounding.
I believe Libby watches through a computer at work on his Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it would be through. Yeah, he listens to the stream.
Okay. Never mind
Mobile Twitch.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, somebody said something about low volume on something over the actual air, so need to get a second opinion.
Yeah, we had someone reach out to us, said that not on the app. Yeah, we had someone reach out to us, like our on-air signal, there was a low spot or something when we played back some audio. So kind of was just trying to figure that out.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the way we got our setup, we can't listen. We're not listening to the on-air broadcast through the headphones. We're listening to like a separate feed that comes through the board and stuff, so it's kind of weird.
This is early. Let's go ahead and ask this question. I like this one. We got 2.5 minutes before we jump on the air. Would you rather get projectile vomited on by a homeless person for an hour straight or get sucked by a toothless homeless person with no gag reflex?
I'll take B.
Once again, would you rather get projectile vomited on by a homeless person for an hour straight
No.
or get sucked by a toothless homeless person with no gag reflex?
Yeah, B all day long.
Oh, gross. I'd rather be vomited on.
Really?
Yeah, for an hour. That'd be fine.
Oh, no way, man.
Absolutely gross. Good morning. Good morning. I don't think we're quite awake yet, but questions like that will definitely get you moving. All right. The people making this game are monsters. Yes, they are. I absolutely love them.
Yeah, how did that? I don't even know. I don't want to know.
Raven Dantes goes, I'd rather be shot. It wasn't an option. Sucked off, at least to get something out of it.
True story.
True. Or what if that person projectile vomited like, I don't know, Pepsi? What a bucket. Probably a disease. Oh, man. Unfortunately, Answer the Internet does not have any expansion packs yet. I can imagine they'll eventually get one. So
You would think.
yeah, hopefully we'll get something here in the next little while. All right, talking about Miller Lite here and their wonderful candles.
All right, we'll be right back. Good morning. Be sure to check out the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. Find out what the show is up to. We'll have some special internet-only videos. I'll be working on one this Saturday.
Mm-hmm, you sure will.
Starting a fire in my grill with a flint like a man.
Don't you dare accidentally forget about it. Don't you old man this situation.
I will not. Okay. One caveat to that. It
Right.
is sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
As long as I don't forget it.
Dude, take the things that I get you, put them in your effing pocket. I mean, the flint is the size of a key.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Put it in your pocket, go home. You know what? Do it now. Just get out
right now.
Get out of here. Just get the hell out of here.
No, I'll do it. Okay.
Okay.
And the video will be epic because I will succeed in, what I say, 15, 20 minutes? I regret that.
Uh-huh.
All right, story number 2 about last night. Miller Lite is releasing a limited edition line of bar-scented candles. Now, I like this idea in theory. Plus, the money's going to a good cause. We'll get to that in a bit. I just think they're 5 months too late. I mean, hell, even 2 months too late.
No, they're about, I don't know, 11 months too late. So, yeah, Miller Lite is doing a series of candles. It's called Dive Bar, Game Day, and Beer Garden. They're only $20 a piece.
Not bad.
And all the proceeds are going to the hospitality industry via the U.S. Bartenders Guild Foundation. It just feels a little ham-fisted, a little too late. It's not like these candles are available for purchase right now. They're pre-ordering them.
Yeah.
And I understand it takes time to develop something like this, but this idea should have been conceptualized and done. These things should have been on sale last October at the very latest. 6 months in, 7 months into the pandemic. It just really does feel super late. Now, I know it sounds like we're being a little ungrateful here.
No.
I'm super happy that Miller Lite is doing this, and the money is going to be going to the Bartenders Guild because there's a lot of people out of work still at this very point, especially from where we were last year.
Now, Dive Bar smells like top notes of aromatic tobacco, the mix with familiar brew scents of fermented yeast before finishing with bottom notes of musk and pine.
Exactly. And that is a great description of a dive bar.
That's just how I imagine every hipster smells. Which, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Guys at a dive bar, I mean, no offense, Miller Lite, they're going to be drinking PBR.
Yeah.
Wait,
what's wrong with PBR? What?
No, nothing. I'm saying no offense to Miller Lite. They're not choosing that beer. You're at a dive bar, chances are you're going to get a PBR. Now, the Game Day bar mixes top notes of the most ordered bar snacks on game day, specifically peanuts and jalapeno with a subtle power of comfortable cracked leather.
I don't believe any of these smell combinations now. After they put peanuts, jalapeno, and cracked leather together, that doesn't even make sense.
Now, with the Game Day bar scent, I think they're missing out. It needed to be like a hot wing.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think Game Day, I mean, no offense, I love peanuts, jalapenos are great. It's not what I'm ordering on game day. Give me some hot wings.
Yeah, give me some Buffalo hot wings
Yes.
and like the coldest Miller Lite available. That lagery kind of smell, I think that would go perfect together.
So the beer garden lets the notes of green moss evoke a day spent outdoors as the scent of tropical sunscreens mix with the staple garden eats that fill the air as your nose fills with buttery delight of a fresh baked pretzel. You can almost feel the splinters from the wooden table that's older than you, your parents, and probably pretzels themselves.
That's the one I'm least interested in.
Right?
I don't care for that one at all. Beer garden? I don't know.
Do you have is there something you think of scent wise when you think of a bar? I mean, what's the first thing that you think
Failure,
of?
shame, weakness,
No, come
humiliation.
on. No.
Those are the things I think of when going into a bar. No. I mean, like when it comes to smells, I don't know. I usually don't want to think about the smells of a bar when I walk into a bar. If I'm smelling something and I'm thinking about it the moment I walk in, I've walked into the wrong bar.
All right, that is a more than fair point. These candles are $20 each. Like we said, proceeds going to the hospitality industry via the U.S. Bartenders Guild Foundation. And if you'd like to pre-order them, you go to shop.millerlite.com. Got one more story, and about last night, it may be the most epic story we ever tell. Viking funerals are coming back. We got details after this. Bad Wolves and Zombie. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Gibby goes, wing candle would be like that KFC chicken fire log.
It would be. But, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I think of. I mean, peanuts and jalapenos, not the first thing when I'm like, game day. Wings.
That's
And then it's more of a novelty, too. You know, it's like if you're going to do this, make it weird.
Yeah. Oh, I think Gibby brought up the KFC chicken fire log. I think the KFC chicken fire log now, like, resells for, like, 5 times the amount it actually went for.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let me see. A KFC chicken fire log. Oh, no, you could buy it for, like, $20.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a moment there where, like, it all sold out and, like, people, like, were selling it for, like, $100. It was stupid for a fire log.
Well, I mean, to me, what makes that great is it's such a novelty. You know, it's the 11 herbs and spices or whatever. That's fun. I don't know. The bar scented candles, it's like Miller Lite took themselves way too serious with these candles.
Yeah, maybe that's why it took so damn long for them
Maybe.
to put it together.
Yeah.
Send it back. The smell's not right. Anyway, got one more story this
Coffee.
hour. Oh, Cotter's back to coffee. So got one more story for the hour for about last night. Going to talk about Viking funerals. The state of Maine are going completely. Oh, that's Cotter's camera. Sorry. There we go. Viking funerals are back. They were honestly back before they were back, which makes sense. Kind of. We'll tell you about it here in just a little bit. Once again, thanks for hanging around with us this morning. Very early Thursday. Tomorrow, really excited, we have Tony Scarpetti of Wicked Week going to stop in for beer for breakfast. He's going to be bringing in some beers that we'll review right around 9 o'clock. We also have Fire Away Friday that you guys can vote on what song we play. Cotter hasn't put those together, I don't think, yet, but we'll have that up later on today on the Facebook page.
All right.
If you were born with action figure hands stuck in the same position forever, what position would you want your hands to be in?
I mean, one's going to have to be in a position where I can grab stuff, including my penis to masturbate. Or you just, I guess, this. I don't know. You gotta be able to hold something.
Yeah. So like once again, which is kind of funny, the shocker. If you were born with action figure hands stuck in the same position forever, what position would you want your hands to be in? Yeah, I would want it to hold some sort of can or bottle.
Yep.
Although, I mean, I guess it would have to be the same size bottle or you'd never be able to hold on to it.
Do I get different choices? So can I hold it? One hand can hold and another. I just like a pointer finger so I can like do work.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I would need a finger.
Yeah. Gibby goes, I believe it's the whole watching a body burn thing that states didn't want to have an option. Yeah.
I get that. This is weird tourism dollars that they never expected, is what this will turn into.
Yeah. Or even Dante's goes, one in the holding position and the one in the full-on pimp slap position. I like that. Yeah, same thing. Gibby goes, cupped and karate chop.
All right, be right back. So, Marshall, we were just talking about this the other day. Mentioned that when I want to be cremated, I just didn't know what I wanted to have happen to my ashes after the fact. I don't care what happens as long as I can do this. Viking funerals, basically illegal everywhere in the United States. There are 2 spots in Colorado that allow it, but they only allow 12 a year. Why they have to limit it, I don't know.
Weird.
But that might be changing. Maine is considering a bill right now that would legalize Viking funerals and, quote, open-air cremations. The only requirement is that you'd have to do them through nonprofits and have at least 20 acres of space.
Right, because they don't want the human remains to just kind of fly over a
Wafting
public
through.
school.
Right, it'd be a little creepy. I get.
Keep kind of a bad look for what's happening there. But yeah, I mean, I kind of get that. I mean, it probably would be a cheaper option. You know, when you think of open air Viking funerals, you think of like the boat going out to the pond and some dude like shooting a single arrow and it bursts into flames, or Darth Vader,
right?
You know, melting into the logs.
I mean, there's so many epic movies like that where they just, they bring the one torch and they set the person on fire. I'm into this completely.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going back to the days when you were young and you do bonfires with your friends because you weren't able to go to bars because you were too young. You just go out and get hammered.
Yeah,
out at the quarry, that type of thing. It's just death is involved.
Now they don't mention whether they will allow like out of state people to come in and take advantage of this. Is that, I mean, to me, if they do, this is a tourism industry nobody expected.
Yeah, and then can you get a Viking fire to burn hot enough where it actually burns the bones?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean,
or it's just like the skeleton laying there.
I'm guessing they'll have some sort of regulations to it, right? They're not just gonna allow every Joe Schmo with 20 acres to be like, all right, I got a match, let's go.
Yeah, I don't think you could transport the body back out of the state. Essentially, if it's burned there, it's got to
leave it there.
Yeah, it's got to stay there.
I'll rest in Maine. I mean, just the thought of going. I mean, everybody's got to travel. That's why I think you might see other states do this, because you're going to get people wanting to travel to this state, and they're going to want to bring people with them. Because honestly, if you would die tomorrow and you just had a normal funeral, I may show up.
Yeah.
But if you're like, dude, I'm going out like a Viking, I'm there all day long.
Hey, look, I'm currently watching the show Vikings season 2. Don't ruin it for me. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of having a good old funeral. Looks like they had a good time doing it.
So they do have Viking funerals in Viking.
I think so. I think I saw one. I'm only on season 2, man. Don't judge me.
This is how I want to go now. I want this law to pass. I want to be able to go to Maine, and I want to go out like a Viking. I mean, I didn't live my life like a Viking.
Right, yeah.
You might as well go out like
a pussy. The exact opposite of Viking.
All right, we've got an update about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch shrimp story. We've got details coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
If the Vikings knew how you live, they'd be very upset.
They'd be offended.
Yeah.
What? No.
You did what? Your entire life?
Well, here's the thing. Maybe if they do this, if somebody wants to do it legitly, they got the acres, they've got the nonprofit, they got everything they need. There is a checklist before they will allow you to have such funerals. So it'd be like, how badass were you growing?
Right.
There's all these things. How many fights did you get into?
Did you ever have a mullet? Dude, a lot of Vikings in that show have a mullet.
It's true.
Saying.
Did you conquer any lands growing up? And if you can't pass the checklist, they're like, I'm sorry.
How many sons did you have to pass along to your land to?
Do you like mead?
Gibby, where's the dump button? We could actually say pussy. I just can't talk about the other kind. Gibby goes, how long was your beard? Cotter, I'm guessing? Are you asking that question too?
That's true. I see. I think my beard alone gets me a Viking funeral. It was about down to here at its longest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I had a beard a little bit like that, but I think it was only down to like here.
Yeah. What I liked about your beard when you had it long, you had a nice shape to it. I was never able to figure that out, how to do that. It always made me nervous that I'd F it up.
I paid someone to do that,
Yeah.
man.
But it looked good. I like that. It was a nice shape to it.
What the hell was I just looking for? Oh, I'm looking for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch story. There we go. Did it have beads in it? I don't know. That's a great question.
Did not have beads in my beard.
Should have.
Maybe. That's the only thing I could think of that would get me close to deserving a Viking funeral.
Right.
The beard.
Yeah, I murdered a couple guys. So. I'm in. Those questions could be added to the funeral list.
I think
Did
so.
it have beads in it?
I think so.
How long was your beard? On a side note, do you remember those kids in Talladega Nights? Like the two little boys in Talladega Nights who would be like, shut up, Chip.
Yeah.
One of them committed suicide.
Yeah,
I just saw that. Houston Tumlin committed suicide, man. I forget which little kid it was, but it was one of those two little boys in that movie.
That
Sad.
sucks, man. That sucks.
So young.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah, I'm trying to wake up still.
Yeah, I didn't.
Still trying to get it.
There's only been a few days so far in the almost 4-week run now that I just haven't wanted to get up, and today was one of them. I went to bed like at 9:30 last night, plenty early. Had the alarm set. It's like yesterday I did sleep in because I was up late the night before, but I had the alarm set for 3-ish, 3:15 this morning, and that alarm went off. I was like, nope. Next one went off. Nope. Next one off. Nope. I finally got up 4:45.
Ooh.
And I'm glad I did because my wife's phone got messed up again. And I go into the bathroom to get ready, and there's a note, and it says, "Wake me up before you leave. I don't have an alarm." And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't leave at 3:15 because I would have felt like an a-hole. I know you don't have to leave for 3 more hours. Ready? Get up.
3:15. Why the hell are you waking up at that time?
Because I don't know. Like I said, I like to get to work and have 2 hours in my day, to get stuff done. That doesn't necessarily involve show stuff, so I can get other things done. Because I like to leave early.
So early. All right. I think you sent me an update on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch story from Bro Bible, right?
Yeah, the one I sent you was about the ex-girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was going to mention, just talk about the lab stuff first, and just going to end it with the girlfriend side of things.
All right, good morning, extra people joining the live stream today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Got one more break this hour. We're going to talk about an update on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch story. If you haven't heard, some dude found some shrimp tails in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then the Cinnamon Toast Crunch people were like, no, those aren't it. Those are just sugar accumulations, like in the shape of shrimp tails. So
Nah, no, they were shrimp tails.
they were egregiously gross shrimp tails. Stuff you don't want to see.
Dude, here we go. Torture Tuesday idea. Bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch mixed with cocktail shrimp.
I actually wouldn't mind it.
I'd do it. I'll do it.
I love shrimp. I absolutely love
both.
shrimp.
You gotta have milk, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and cocktail shrimp.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a bad little go for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but CTC is still probably my favorite cereal of all time.
Yeah, outside of the s'more cereal back in the day. But yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah. CTC is the best. I mean, I don't mess with cereal really, but That's the way to go.
Okay. But no, I mean, if we want to hold off on the sour stuff, I'll do it this coming Tuesday.
No, we're going sour.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just more topical right now. Is all I'm
No, we're good. Yeah, we don't. No one needs to see that.
But do they?
We definitely don't need to see
Out of 10. Oh, with cocktail sauce. Even better. Hell yeah, Gibby. Dude, I'm telling
that.
you.
Oh, cocktail sauce instead of milk.
No, he said with milk and cocktail sauce.
Like a weird bloody mixture. I'm sure that would go over well. That sounds horrific.
That's what I'm saying. Torture Tuesday.
Nah, that's not you eating something like that is not a torture.
Why not?
No, it's not.
How is that not a torture?
It's
It sounds disgusting.
It's just a little gross. Doing the sour stuff is going to be way better.
I don't know.
It's
Well, then
going-
we could always do the sour stuff. It's evergreen.
Right.
This is a little bit more topical.
If you want to do both, I won't stop you from doing both. I just think the sour will be better than you eating a gross mixture of stuff. You eating a gross mixture of stuff is good. I'll just send you to a Savannah Bananas game. You can eat all you. That's funny. Okay.
We got about a minute.
On the 7 o'clock hour today, guys, we are going to, let's see, be talking about annoying coworkers. So if you have an annoying coworker, make sure to drop in why they are annoying into the chat. We'll bring it up today. We'll also talk about the greatest beer run. There's apparently a movie getting developed with like Bill Murray. Speaking of Bill Murray, we were talking about him the other day.
Yeah.
And then we'll play a little game.
Yep.
Game.
I've already got an idea for the next game for you too.
Okay.
Don't want to say what it is.
Sour More Extreme. Your face will tell a bunch of stories with that one. Sure.
All right, guys, be back. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Be sure to get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Before we get into the Cinnamon Toast Crunch thing, the fact that I did have an epic beard gets me the Viking funeral. I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't need to do anything else in my life. I had a Viking-esque beard.
I think you have to die with one to get a Viking funeral.
Okay.
Just because you had one once in your life
I
doesn't
had
make
it
you
multiple times.
doesn't make you like worthy of getting a Viking funeral.
I think so.
You currently have a bald face. Your face is bald. Okay.
It is. It is. I look 37 years younger too. So I mean, it was well worth the shave.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, then you can't say you're worthy of something, and then but not have that thing that you're worthy of.
So I need to regrow it before I die.
Exactly.
I could die tomorrow.
Okay, that's not my fault. You ain't getting burned. I won't say alive. You won't be getting burned dead, but you won't get the Viking funeral.
What if I'm, at the end of my life, things are bad, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, I can already tell you, they're going to be for you.
I'm just ready to go now, and they're like, just burn me alive. Let's just end it all, get the funeral going at once. I think that deserves it.
I'll tell you what, if you're asking to get burned alive, I will show up to that funeral. That living funeral.
All right, fair enough. Yesterday on the show, we talked about the story with Jensen Karp. This is the guy that bought some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, decided to enjoy some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, as you should, and in the box, he found what looked to be pieces of shrimp.
Yeah, there was like 2 shrimp tails, there was some string, and then it looks like there was some like black bits burned into some of the pieces of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then, of course, General Mills, who creates the cereal, was like, oh, no, that's just burnt sugar. And the shrimp tails, they literally said was accumulation of sugar and cinnamon.
Yeah.
In the shape of a shrimp tail. Like, it was too egregiously easy for them to answer those questions. Like, something was going on.
I'm no scientist, but that was a shrimp tail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, General Mills asked Karp to send them everything so they could test it.
Right.
He's like, no. I'm going to have this tested all by myself. So Karp is out in Los Angeles, and he tried 3 different places initially, couldn't get everything figured out. A bunch of places have stepped up saying, look, we're more than willing to offer our services. And there's a place out in California that's like, we will do these tests for you. So the good side is they found a place to test the shrimp, make sure that's what it is. Bad side, it's got to go from California to New Jersey. So this story is just going to be prolonged because we have to wait now for stuff to get there before they can test it.
Yeah, I want my answers now when it comes to this. I mean, can we one day ship this, and can they make the determination like within, I don't know, 36 hours? I need the answer before Sunday.
Yeah, right?
Because at that point, I stop caring. You got at least another couple more days of me going, oh yeah, the story's still going on.
So the DNA test can not only tell if it's shrimp or not, but it can tell where the shrimp is from.
Really?
Yes, it's that detailed.
Like the south side of Chicago, man. Like, can you really determine it? Like that exact spot?
If you're getting your shrimp from the south side of Chicago, there are other issues. Unfortunately, the story doesn't end there for Jensen. Things took a turn for the worst, and you brought it up, Marshall. Anytime anybody gets any notoriety on the internet, the next thing that happens is they get taken down.
Right.
And his ex-girlfriends have taken to the internet, and they've come forward to allege that he was abusive and a creep during their relationship.
Yeah, one girl said that she was blocked because she was not gracious enough after a surprise threesome with Carp and some other girls. So, yeah, it just seems like anytime anyone gets any notoriety, someone is there to tear him down. Not trying to say these girls are lying. Maybe they're absolutely not. Maybe they're telling the truth. And this guy who's getting some notoriety because he found a shrimp tail in a cereal box is really worthy of being taken down because they didn't have a great relationship with them.
Now, he hasn't commented on any of these accusations yet. Now, he is married to Danielle Fishel, who is Topanga from Boy Meets World, so she hasn't said anything yet. So I don't know if they're just going to lay low and let it pass, if they'll release a statement, or if they're just going to wait to see if it was actually shrimp in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Because at this point in time, no offense to Jensen, all I care about is the shrimp.
Yeah, we need to know if this was shrimp or not. Because I'm very scared about Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Gibby says you need to grow the beard. Grow the beard and then die. That's what he's trying to say. So,
How did you grow it?
How long does it take for you to grow a lengthy beard, would you say?
A couple years.
Years?
Yeah, I mean, it's a process.
Gibby's got quite the beard.
Yeah, he does. No, it's a process.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what? I loved the beard. I loved when I had it, but it's nice for a change.
The time of your life has gone.
It'll probably return.
You think?
Yeah, because I'll get fat again.
Well, guys, thanks for hanging around this morning. 7 o'clock hour, we're taking your phone calls on bad coworkers. So we found this story about coworkers, and 92% of us have at least one coworker we find annoying. I think that should just be 100%. I can't imagine anyone goes to work like, I love all these people.
No, nobody works in a perfect office. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. So there's things like people being too loud and bad hygiene and just being bad at their job. So let us know if you've got any stories about some coworkers that you want to share. You don't have to tell us where they work or what their name is. Just tell us what they do.
Not looking to shame them.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Some people probably need some shaming. Like, do they clip their toenails in the break room? Gibby goes, my beard is 5 months old. Oh, and he said, my comment is on the Facebook post. Okay. Everything should appear on my screen here.
I think he posted last night. So
okay. Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. How much time we got?
7 minutes, 8 minutes.
All right.
No, shit, more than that.
Let you roll real quick. If your camera ever shows up, one day we'll get a computer that works.
Won't get a red light, though. Had that conversation. Let's see. Copy and paste this stuff. So, this week's been a good week, guys. Hope everybody's had a good week as well. It's gone by much quicker. I like that. Ready for the weekend. I think my wife and I are going to join Marshall and his wife at Two Tides on Saturday for their plant event. I'm just there for the beer. We may end up going to Hop Atomica after that, so I'm pretty excited. Been a minute since I've went out to a local brewery, and by a minute, I mean like 2 weeks. feel I'm the annoying coworker. You know what? And Gibby, when I saw your post last night about that, I went, "That's a great angle to take this," because as I get older, I'm pretty sure I'm the annoying coworker, and I think part of that becomes is because I'm a manager, so I oversee people, and as a manager, a lot of times people just get frustrated with you, and I'm sure they get frustrated with me. So I agree, man. I think at times I'm just the annoying coworker anymore, and I get it. It's fine. As I get older, I also care less about certain things, and that's one of them. So we moved everything around in this building, and we've got the studios, which are in a brand new location, and I don't think there's any sort of air conditioning ventilation in this room because it's always hot. You open the door and you just feel the breeze come in. It's kind of annoying. I know I'm bitching about stupid stuff. My apologies. It's just hot. Content wise, I don't know what I do besides being the safety guy or just my cheerfulness and humor. Could be annoying to some. Air freshener is a good call.
What's that?
I was just talking about how it's like we moved all these everything around, and in the studio, it's like there's no air conditioning vent or something because it's just always hot in here.
Oh,
You open that door and you feel the breeze come in.
yeah. It is freezing down the hallway.
Jake is miserable in this room.
Aw, no, maybe he should move out. So Elon Musk, obviously the creator of Tesla and SpaceX and everything. I was just looking at my Twitter. He just tweeted 20 minutes ago, and he goes, "If there's ever a scandal about me, please call it Elon Gate." That's pretty funny. And it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning. It's almost already got like 60,000 likes on his tweet. Oh man, I haven't checked the Facebook page since last night. Do we have some responses?
Yeah, I've got.
Is it just on the Rock page?
I ended up sharing it to the art page too. I'm checking out. That was on the. I copied Tessie. Tessie put one up that I got. Let me check the rock page. See if there's any there.
Do you guys know when the hockey stuff is happening in Savannah? Ever since you guys talked about it, I've been excited to go. I love going to the hockey classic when I was a kid. So here's where they are in the hockey classic kind of thing. So they just wrapped up their name the team contest. That was the day before St. Patty's Day. I was told somewhere in the summer, like July-ish, they're going to officially announce the name of the team. You can actually purchase season tickets if you want right now if you go to SavannahProHockey.com. That's kind of it at the moment. So what I was told, or what we were told by team president Bob Arablo, is they'll announce the team name in the middle of July-ish or sometime in the summer-ish. And then starting next January, they'll really ramp up their efforts. You'll see advertising. You'll see the team coming out to different events across the city. And then obviously the season will start October of 2022.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're still a good year and a half off from the hockey team. Savannah Buddy McButtfaces.
I'm sure somebody submitted that.
Savannah Screwy McFucksticks. Get it? Because they have sticks? I still hold true to, I hope they name the team the Savannah Two Ghosts.
Yeah, I get it.
I hope that's it. I hope it's the Two Ghosts.
I bet it, I'm guessing it's going to end up being the Spirits.
Yeah, I hope it's haunted related. That's all I ask.
And Spirits are good because you get both the haunted side of it and you get the drinking side of it. But my guess is it'll end up being Spirits. Now, if it is, Jake Thompson, that was, the first thing he came up with when they had the name the team contest.
We're not going to give him credit.
So we'll have to, we may not give him credit, but we have to listen to him take credit. And, it'll be every damn game he goes to. I named this team. This is all me, guys. Every game.
He would have to go to a game. getting Jake to leave his house is hard enough to come to work, let alone go to a hockey game.
Shocker, Jake's not in at work today. And
Oh,
will
no
not
way.
be. Will not be.
Oh, no, Jake. Why? No. Jake also doesn't wake up till like 9:30 in the morning every day. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever actually heard our show before.
No.
If he did, he would just hear us skewer him for 4 hours every day.
And then he would just sleep longer.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Jake.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging around this morning. Feels like a slow Thursday. I don't feel like there's a whole lot going on in the world right now at this very moment.
I'm okay with that. I'm good with that, man. Don't need anything going on right now. There was enough going on.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So I see it trending right now. Number 2 on Twitter. They are going to release the black and the black and white copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League. He actually talked about that while developing his cut of the film, but they're going to give you an option to watch it in black and white this weekend on HBO Max.
Don't care.
Cool. Well, I mean, you didn't finish watching the rest of the
I will, maybe sometime. I mean, it's a big budget CGI superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to watch it in black and white?
You know, some films have a feel to them in black and white that don't in color.
Yeah, films that were filmed in black and white.
All right. I think Old Man Cotter would have some more appreciation for a black and white version of a film, being that it's mostly what you watched as a child.
If it was meant to be black and white, sure. But, I mean, if you're going to CGI the hell out of a movie, I want to see all of it. Black and white, you're going to miss. You're not going to get all of it. It's not the same.
Or even Dantes goes, Thursday should be a nice calm day to which made it through the week and prepare for Friday. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, we got about 2 minutes.
All right. Just getting ready here.
All right.
Ooh, you're off on Friday? Nice. All right, guys, we're about to kick on the air here in just a moment. We're going to be talking about your bad coworkers and their annoying traits. Ooh, wife goes off to the dentist to get 3 or 4 crowns. That's so many crowns.
Damn.
So sorry. That sounds terrible. I'm just going in for a teeth cleaning today.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Hi, good morning, everybody. Be sure to get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe, of course. You can also listen to the show. You can download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Also at rock1061.com. This morning, we're going to take your calls, comments, and texts. 800-394-1061. Going to talk about annoying coworkers. So we need some good stories about maybe an annoying coworker. We don't need to get specific. Don't need a name. Don't even need to know where you worked. Maybe you just got a habit or a trait from a coworker that drives you up the wall.
I saw a coworker once clip their toenails in the break room.
Here?
No, not
Oh,
here.
thank
It,
God.
it was a previous job, and I was just like, that's not the place.
That-
There's places to do that at home. I don't know, in the bathroom maybe you could do it in there, but like clipping your toenails in a place where your toenail could possibly fly into my pasta salad is not exactly what I'm shooting for in life.
Having your foot out, just in general,
Well,
in the break room.
You're wearing sandals.
You know what? I get that, but just hey,
I wear sandals to work.
I'm gonna bust out and just wave my foot around in the break room. No, I'd be like, I'm gonna lose my lunch. I'm out.
Really?
Yes,
Are
it's
you-
just gross.
You're just not a foot guy.
I guess not.
I'm a foot guy. What?
I don't need to know. A new survey has found 92% of us have at least one coworker we find annoying. And
Sitting across from me.
how is it only 92%?
It's 100%. That was obviously those 8% of people were lying.
Or maybe they're just self-employed, and the only other person they work with is themselves, and they don't want to admit to finding themselves annoying.
Or maybe they're just the really annoying ones and they think they're the hilarious Michael Scott office type guy and then everyone loves them. So they don't work with any annoying people according to them.
So here are the top 10 most annoying behaviors according to this survey. Number 1, they're too loud. Over 85% said loud coworkers are annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a salesperson like that. Very loud. Loud laugh. Great person. Laughs a little loud.
See, here's the thing. We work in radio, so we're here, and there's a lot of people with just big personalities.
Uh-huh. That's the way yep, okay, go.
Well,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, and a lot of us, and I mean, I'll lump me into it. We can all be loud sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be annoying? Yes.
Right.
It's not the top of my list. There are other things I find way more annoying from a coworker than being loud.
Okay.
So number 2 on this list is gossip. They just like to gossip about everybody in the office.
Yeah. Some people, like, you think they would at some point find that quiet time within themselves, but they're always talking. They always have something to say, commenting, no matter what is happening in the office.
And I hate when they try to suck you into it. Because sometimes they'll throw out a hook and you're like, oh, this could be good. Maybe I want to listen. But most of the time you're like, I don't care. I don't care what this person is doing with their life outside of this building. Half the times I don't care what they're doing inside this building. So I don't need this.
I hate it when you're walking by and you're like, Jim, you went to Florida once. Come in here. We need to ask you a question. Like, I hate that hook into a conversation because no matter what, I'm stuck there for at least an hour.
Number 3, they're lazy. I
Mm.
see that tops being loud to me.
Without a doubt. So let's get more into Jake Thompson from Bob 106. Sorry, we have to burn him on a daily basis. We love you, Jake.
Number 4, they're bad at their job.
Oh. Well, those people don't usually last long.
That's true.
But, I mean, just even for that short time period they're in your building or in your office, it's pretty terrible.
Number 5 on this list is bad personal hygiene.
That one has rarely come along in radio that I know of.
I had to have a sit-down conversation with someone because of bad personal hygiene.
How'd that go?
Not well. It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever had. So it was a guy who hosted a morning show, and his co-host was like, look, this is bad. I can't do this. I opened the door. I want to throw up.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
he smells. He's dirty. It's disgusting. We go out to events. It's just horrible. So finally, we talked it out, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to have a conversation with this guy. I called HR. I'm like, how in the hell do I have this conversation? And they're like, just be nice, get right to the point.
Right.
Nobody can hear this. Make sure it's just you guys. And I think he thought he was getting fired because it was a closed door.
Sure.
It was a meeting.
Was that terrible for you because it was closed door?
I didn't notice anything. So I didn't notice anything.
Maybe you're both stinky guys.
Maybe. And so I was just like, hey, man, we've had complaints about body odor, personal hygiene. And he just went ghost white. It's like he knew.
Yeah.
But then he tried to pass it off. Well, it's hot. It's the summer. It's the South. It's all this. And it was.
You're like, it's an air-conditioned building. It's like 5 degrees in here most of the time. What's wrong with you?
It was the most awkward conversation I've ever had. And I was just like, by the end of it, it's just like, man, take a shower. Use deodorant. Just do what you need to do. and it was the only time. It was never brought up again. The coworker never complained again, so I don't know if it worked. But
Should have nudged some Axe body spray towards him.
I don't know if that'd be the way to go or not.
Uh,
All right, we're talking about annoying coworkers. If you have any stories, maybe specifically about somebody, you don't have to name them. Maybe it's just something they do that you find annoying. You can call, comment, and text right now, 800-394-1061. Continuing this list, number 6, they complain or whine too much, even though we're now complaining and whining about annoying coworkers.
right.
But yes, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, we want a red light that flashes in our studio when we get a phone call. And I've been complaining about that to my boss for weeks now.
So you are the annoying coworker.
I am currently the annoying coworker. I have my moments.
Number 7, they're too pessimistic or have a bad attitude.
Right. Ugh. Negative Nancy's.
I get that.
You really don't want those people around you because, I mean, usually every successful person ever has been always said, like, cut out the negative people. But if you work with them, it's a little bit more difficult on a day-to-day basis.
Number 8, this may actually top my list. They're a know-it-all.
Yeah.
I'm all for being confident about your ability. I think that is awesome, and,
Sure.
and I think that's great. But there gets to a point where all you do is talk, and you never do anything to back it up.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. What if that know-it-all was like someone who's 7-0 in trivia and technically does know it all because he's never lost at trivia, so therefore infallible in so many people's eyes? I'm not saying I'm number 8. I'm just saying that I may be number 8.
Knowing useless information and knowing how to do your job,
Right.
two different things.
Right.
So you may be a know-it-all with trivia, but let's be honest. The job, that's still questionable.
Come on. Come on.
No, I mean, but that I hate that because it's usually somebody who could just, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this, and then they do none of it.
Right.
And I hate that.
And they just delegate all of it.
Oh, yes. They're constantly late. That's annoying. And number 10, they take too many sick days. You know what? I don't care about that. You got sick days, take sick days. I'm not, that's more the company's going to complain about that.
Yeah, but I hate it when they give bad excuses that turn out really like
That's fair.
just no way in hell that you have like pneumonia and then you come in the next day and you're completely fine and you came back with a tan. Like, get out of here.
All right, call, comment, and text. We want your stories about annoying coworkers. 800-394-1061. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Brand new Chevelle, Self-Destructor on Rock 106.1.
Allie, I like your story there. We'll share that on the next break here.
Yeah, we got some from Tessie. We can share. I like
Gibby, when is Marshall's review coming up? It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Got flying colors, pal. Allie goes, on top of all of it, he's an asshole. He says he insisted we called him Big Rob.
Okay, that's number 11 on the list. If you come up with your own nickname.
Yeah, that's bad.
Ugh.
You know, people call me Big Rob around here. No, they don't.
Like I had that general manager who went by Hollywood. I'm just like, no, I can't do this. But I don't know his first name. We all just called him Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's just what he went by.
How do you want to work the next break?
I think we could tell these. I kind of like the angle of, I've got, a couple. I kind of like the angle of and I'll do it for myself. Am I the annoying coworker?
Okay.
Too. I mean, we can read these first and kind of see where we're at. And then if we want to take the break and come back for the third one, if we don't get any calls, and do the angle of, am I the annoying coworker?
Sorry, say that one more time. I was sorry.
No, that's okay.
Half reading that.
So we'll reset it here coming out of this. I've got the stuff from Tessie from Facebook. We got a couple,
Yep.
at least one or two from there. We can tell those, see where we're at time-wise, and then if we don't get any calls, come back for the third break and use the angle of, I'm the annoying coworker.
All right.
Because I think there's stuff there.
Set it up, throw it to me, and then you wrap up
Okay.
with your story, okay?
Perfect.
So there's a break there. Good morning, Aaron. Aaron is our boss.
Oh, now you jump on.
Yeah.
Man, we talk
He
annoying
actually
coworkers.
he got up early this morning, 7:08.
He heard what we were talking about, and he's like,
his ears perked up for sure.
What's going on here?
Yeah, Wanda's on the stream. Good to see you, Wanda. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Raven Dante's got to know it all at work that in a lot of beta testing for work apps, yet still can't seem to do the job right and wants to argue about it. Yeah. Oh, so you've met Tim the engineer? Tim, the engineer, who's going to tell me, how to run everything, how we should do things. I always found that people really like it when they're explaining something to me and I stop them and I go, but wait, explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because it makes them feel really smart. So
Yeah.
I do that quite a bit. That's one of, I've been doing that.
You're building your coworker up.
Yeah, I've been doing that for like a year now. I don't even know if anyone's really noticed. But
I noticed.
But
You do it every conversation you have with Tim. You pretty much say that.
Oh, because Tim is a smart guy, but
he's super smart.
He's a super know-it-all sometimes. So I have to explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
I think with Tim, and I think with Tim, it's just like he doesn't realize that we all aren't as smart as him.
No.
And he just talks to us. I mean, he doesn't even use necessarily big words like you get with some people, but he just talks to us like we know what he's talking about. And I'm like, Tim, I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been radio for 20 years, and I still have no idea what you're talking about, man.
No, my biggest weakness in radio is the engineering side, man. It's just like I don't know it. I've never picked up on it.
I've seen engineering stuff before.
Yeah, I mean, and we had the engineer that just retired, CB, the best engineer I've had in my 20+ years of radio. That guy was awesome. He could describe things, to me when I didn't know them, but I didn't pick up on it. Not his fault. Just my inability to.
Well, he's also very hard to understand. CB talked like Boomhauer from
Except
King of the
when
Hill.
he was on the air.
Yeah.
He was like a different person.
Well, he's able to turn it on and off.
He was.
Wanda goes, it's good morning. I left the hospital early and stayed in bed the rest of the day. That sounds like a hell of a day. That's a good mental break day. Hopefully you had some donuts. I don't know why I'm still stuck up on having a donut.
You want a donut, man.
I don't think I've had it. Honestly, I don't know what the last time I had a donut. It may have been, at this point, months. Months.
I'm trying to think, when was the last time I had it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like donuts, but it's not something I need all the time.
No. Donuts are delicious little breakfast treats.
Best donut you've ever had. Where's it from?
The Pink Donut place in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Which is down like southwest Las Vegas. They were delicious.
I've had like voodoo donuts, not fresh, which are good. Honestly, I think the best donut I've ever had, and if you're not from the Midwest, you may not know this, Casey's gas station.
Yeah.
Their cake donuts, chocolate cake donuts, vanilla icing, delicious.
And they're still good. It's so funny. So Allie goes, this explains when Marshall asked me what I do, and I said engineer. He said he still doesn't understand what I do. If it means anything, I don't know if I still quite understand. I have a better idea because I've actually got into a deeper conversation with Allie about what she actually does.
You're like Chandler Bing from Friends. Nobody knows what exactly he does.
I'm not sure what I exactly do for a living. Checks show up, though, and that's cool.
All right. We'll be back. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. This morning, taking your calls, comments, and text at 800-394-1061. According to a new survey, 92% of us have at least one coworker we find annoying. I think we can all agree. Those 8% were lying.
Yeah, those people are the annoying people.
They
They're
are.
possibly the most annoying people on the planet.
So once again, calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. Got a good story about a coworker you find annoying, maybe just a trait that you find annoying. Feel free to hit us up, and we had some people comment on the stream.
Yeah, so Allie said I had a coworker that was all all of what we talked about earlier, but the worst trait being his hygiene. He'd leave coffee cups half full on his desk for days. Same thing with Campbell's soup. Ugh.
I mean, that just is going to lead to, like, you're going to start to get
mold.
Mold, there you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Bugs and everything.
It's just gross.
But no, hold on. It goes on. She goes, once I got so fed up, I threw them away. The next day, he had the audacity to come in and ask where his half-eaten Campbell's soup cans were.
Was he going back?
On top of that, he was a big a-hole, and he insisted we call him Big Rob. I can go for days talking about this horrible person. But wait, she has more. Big Rob didn't believe in napkins and wiped his hands on his chair. We all got new chairs, and I had to wear gloves to throw his away because it had mold on it.
That's
mold.
See, that's gross. And on top of it, if you're giving yourself a nickname, That's an issue, man.
What up? I'm Big Rob.
Call me Big Rob.
I don't know. We're radio guys. We gave ourselves nicknames.
I did
well,
not.
you have a nickname.
I got my nickname years ago when I became a morning show stunt boy. It was given to me, and I've just stuck with it. So I didn't give myself this nickname.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't me.
Okay. All right.
So we had somebody hit us up on Facebook. Tessie. She said, I used to work at a very physically demanding job. Anyway, they hired a new guy once. He did well at first. However, after a while, he started slacking off, and he did the bare minimum, just enough not to get noticed, doing nothing by the bosses. One day, myself and another coworker called him out on his slack, called him out on his, his not getting stuff done, informing him that when he slacks off, the rest of us have to work 10 times harder. His response, you do you, I'll do me. At the end of the work, my paycheck is going to be exactly the same as yours.
Wow.
What a D-bag.
Wow.
She also had another one. People who come in brand new with entitlement issues.
Mm-hmm.
That could be number 2 on my list because I hate it when you get somebody brand new into a business they've never worked before. I'm fine if you're brand new to an office, but
Sure.
you have years of experience and you're offering knowledge. That part's great.
Right.
I have an issue if you're brand new to a business, yet you think you have all the answers. That, and I can't hide my hatred for that. I've been openly rude to people that have done that, and I know it's like I hate it. I hate it. Don't pretend you know something when obviously you don't.
Being humble can go a long way, especially at the beginning of a job. Being nice, opening doors, saying thank you, getting things for people. That goes a lot longer or a lot farther than telling people how to do their jobs.
All right, call, comment, and text any stories about annoying coworkers, 800-394-1061. Coming back, it kind of goes back to the thing we just talked about, how I can't hide the fact that sometimes I detest certain things at work, including like somebody who feels they have a sense of entitlement. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I kind of wonder, am I just the annoying coworker?
No, I'm definitely not shaking my head yes on the stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that coming up. Also, your calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Thanks for hanging out, guys, this morning. Allie goes on. Allie goes,
There's more?
I could go forever about this guy. I am sanitizing my hands as we speak because I am still so grossed out.
It's funny enough, there was somebody that may have had that same name in this building that I think a lot of people would have
Big Rob.
Similar feelings for.
Wanda has a story here for us, talking about her coworker who ate at their desk all the time. So I could bring that up definitely during the talk here. Gibby goes, last donut was that ghost pepper donut. Oh, Gibby, was that ghost pepper donut worth it? I know it was from Dunkin', but I heard it was terrible. I heard it was
Oh, yeah,
stupid.
I never ended up getting it.
Allie, don't you let Gibby shame you into going on to Twitch. You stay on YouTube. Take all the streams, all the streaming numbers. All right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging around with us this morning on the Cotter and Marshall Show. Right now, taking your comments on bad coworkers and stuff they do that annoy the living crap out of you. So we got one more break. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to wrap up this hour, which is actually pretty cool. So the greatest beer run is going to be a movie featuring Russell Crowe, Bill Murray, and Zac Efron. They just kind of announced it the other day, and obviously it's about the greatest beer run. So we are going to talk about that and play a little game about beer to wrap up the 7 o'clock hour, which I'm pretty excited about. Donut was all right. This is coming from a guy who would eat cinnamon shrimp with milk and cocktail sauce. You're a monster. That's all I'm hearing. You are an utter and complete monster, Gibby, and that's why I love you. Someone's got to be weird here, and it's definitely you. Oh, man, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day planned. My wife's a dental hygienist, so my wife cleans my teeth. And I don't know if sometimes she takes it out on me when she's cleaning my teeth if she's upset about something. But I've noticed that I've gone and seen her for like 2 years now. Some appointments are a little bit more rough, painful than other appointments. So I'll let you guys know how much she loves me tomorrow after I go see her this afternoon to get my teeth cleaned. You're welcome, Gibby. I love you. All right, guys. Outside of the 7 o'clock hour, coming up later on in the show, we got Jeffe, the new music beta fish, picking some new music for us. We'll play trivia for Monster Truck tickets. We'll also talk about this weird little story about how much sex is enough sex depending on your age. And then we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's music news. Tomorrow, once again, we have Tony Scarpetti of Wicked Weed stopping by. He's going to be bringing some brews for us. Excited to have him in studio. And then we'll kind of coast into the weekend. Not a lot going on this weekend, but if you love local beer, Two Tides and Hopatomica are doing two really cool events on Saturday, both from like 11 to 5. So I'll give you some details closer to the end of the show about that. But if you want to catch Cotter and I, we're going to be out hanging at some local breweries this weekend. Having a makeshift know-it-all, but doesn't know anything about their job. Yeah, I mean, that is probably one of the worst things about certain coworkers. Like, I don't know, there's some coworkers that like are uber sensitive too. Like if you offer like advice about something, those are the people that have, I don't know, those are the people that get me. Like, oh, maybe you should try something like this, or maybe you should look at it this way. And then they take it as like a personal attack. Those coworkers could be the worst. Phil goes, I hate laziness, lack of trying. I once got into a shouting match across a UPS warehouse because this employee refused to cut the conveyor belt we used to load the trucks because she didn't want her lunch break to be over. Mind you, she did nothing but scan the boxes and never actually loaded a package in her life. Jesus. You end up cussing her out and then going back to work. This person never did anything but complain and talk crap. Needless to say, a couple days after shouting match, she was gone, and I was still there. Congrats, Phil. You showed her. That's a big one, too. Just people being utterly lazy, never getting anything done. Or the people who, like, show you a list of things they're doing, but never actually completing anything on their list. Those people bother me, too. I find it like a point of personal pride, like to give myself a little checklist each day and to try to get at least most of it done.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
Phil had a bad coworker.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, Cotter just saw your comment, Phil. That was a good one. That is such a crazy story. I feel so bad for Allie and her Big Rob coworker, former coworker. It sounds like, hopefully. Yeah, so I have obviously I have this story from Phil that I can share.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's a big long one that we share there.
Is it good?
And then, yeah.
Okay, we can close with that.
And then there's one from Wanda as well that we can
Okay.
bring up. She had a coworker who ate at their desk all the time, and she found all sorts of gross stuff.
Do you want to start with one of those and then end with one of them?
Yeah, I'll start with Wanda's story, and I'll
Okay.
end with Phil's.
Okay, you can do Wanda's. I'll talk about me being annoying, and then we can end with Phil's.
Cool.
And we should be perfect time.
Yeah. And that's how radio works, guys. Oh, Matt Kelly, I worked with a heroin addict. Dude kept falling asleep on his feet.
Damn.
Cotter? You guys may not know Cotter. Well, besides the fact that he loves heroin, Cotter can sleep anywhere.
That's my gift, man.
Seriously, he can sleep anywhere. If I just turned the lights off and said, show's over with, go ahead and take a nap, he could take a nap literally where he is sitting right now. Not joking.
There is a series of photos of us traveling together with Marshall driving and me sleeping in the passenger seat just because, that's me. It's my one God-given gift,
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you.
Radio works. I thought it was just a party all the time. No. Did you not hear us complain about our crappy coworkers? Gotta put up with them all the time, man. All right, we're about 90 seconds out from our final break of this conversation, talking about crappy coworkers. Thank you, everyone on the stream, for dropping your stories in. We do appreciate that. We're going to share Wanda and Phil's story right here. So once again, I always love making you guys part of the show. Allie, your story was amazing. Gibby, you're a psychopath. We agree. You're the annoying coworker. Don't worry about it. But we appreciate you guys dropping in your comments in the stream. It makes the show much, much better when you guys are chiming in. All right, about 60 seconds out, I kind of broke down what's coming up on the rest of the show today, so we're set there. Quick question. Before you go to the dentist, do you ever eat anything? Because I'm starving right now, and I'm thinking about eating something, but I think my wife will be mad at me if she has to pick out my breakfast.
I usually tend not to.
Yeah.
If I mean, especially like if it's in the morning, it's later in the day, and I can floss and or brush my teeth prior. I may, just because it's not like I'm going in for surgery.
Right.
But no, in this situation, I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
eat much. Because all we got here is granola bars, because that'll look great.
Yeah. So, yeah, my appointment's at noon. So after I get my teeth cleaned, we're going to lunch together.
Oh,
so.
there you go. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, thanks for hanging out today. Be sure to get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can also listen to the show. Your in-home smart speaker, you can download the app for free, and at rock1061.com. We're talking about annoying coworkers today. A new survey found 92% of us have at least one coworker we find annoying. I want to know where those other 8% work, because I want a job there if everybody's perfect.
Apparently. So on the stream today, Wanda says, I had a coworker who ate at their desk all the time. They ended up leaving. We cleaned the area up only to find soda spewed all over the cubicle walls. Had to be whole containers worth of coffee creamer along with bits of food mixed in with the creamer.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, the creamer was also spilled between the desk and the cubicle walls as well. Just absolutely disgusting habits from people.
Now, as I get older, I find that I don't have a poker face as much at work, and if things annoy me, it shows.
It's awesome, actually.
I get this. I know it's happening, and I try to stop it. Now, we got lots of coworkers in the building, but I'm also a manager, so I oversee people, but we're also coworkers at the same time.
You have to keep your poker face on,
and it's harder for me to do so. So I fear that as I get older, in certain situations, am becoming the annoying coworker. If somebody brings something up that maybe I disagree with, and the look across my face is, "You're an idiot."
Right.
That I agree. Annoying. So I really worry that as I get older, I'm becoming the annoying coworker.
I don't. You're not getting bad. I've worked with you for quite a long time, a good majority of my life. I don't think you're as bad as other people. There's just certain traits. I mean, we went over a list of 10 things.
Right.
If that's the annoying thing, trust me, you are definitely not the most annoying person that I've worked with. You don't have to worry about that.
I would hope not.
No.
I mean, dear
you're
God,
top three,
we
but
work
you're
with
not.
Jake Thompson.
He is quite terrible. Well, I have another story here on the chat that I want to share.
Okay.
Phil goes, I hate laziness, lack of trying. I once got into a shouting match across a UPS warehouse because the employee refused to cut the conveyor belt we used to load trucks because she didn't want her lunch break to be over. Mind you, she did nothing but scan the boxes and never actually loaded anything in her life. I ended up cussing her out and then going back to work. The person never did anything but complain and talk crap about everyone while she was there. Needless to say, a couple of days after our shouting match, she was fired and I was still there. I think I won.
Well, yeah, you still got the gig. Hats off to you.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, we're going to talk about a new movie that's going to be made. It's called The Greatest Beer Run Ever.
Should star us.
Oh, I'm telling
Instead,
you,
they got a guy, the guy who's playing me, have you ever heard of him, Zac Efron? And then a guy playing you, Russell Crowe.
You son of a bitch. This is all based on a true story, so we'll tell you about the movie. We've also got a new pop quiz challenge for Marshall will play based off of this. That's coming up. Here's Audio Slave and Show Me How to Live. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Me and Zac Efron, we have so much facial feature. We're so the cut jaw.
I just don't think
beautiful hair.
He
piercing eyes.
He doesn't have the abs you have. I just don't know how he's going to pull it off.
Hey, you know what? He'll get there one day. He'll get there one day. Years of eating burritos and not taking care of yourself leads you to this pristine body. Thankfully, no one has to see anything really below my shoulders. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Radio is the party. Stream is where the real magic happens.
That's right.
Yeah, at least on the stream, we can say, words that George Carlin said. Like Sheboygan.
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan. And fuck. There we go. Perfect.
Meredith texted in, "Good morning, boys. This is Crazy Meredith. I go in every day and tell my coworker my new illness just to see if she has it too. I might be the bad one here."
Jesus. That's like what was it, Munchausen syndrome,
Yeah,
where
I think
you
so.
get, you tell your children they're sick and they just somehow start feeling sick.
That's awesome.
Good Lord. Good morning. Woo-wee. All right, so we wrapped up with the conversation about bad coworkers. Excuse me. No COVID. So we just wrapped up our conversation about bad coworkers. Once again, thank you guys for hanging out and dropping in your stories into the chat today. We had a great time sharing those. As Cutter said it, the greatest beer run ever. It's a new movie. I didn't see that it was.
Yeah, it's based off a book, which is a true. It's based off a true story. It's amazing. So we got about 2.5 minutes, so we'll kind of tell you the story behind it. It's pretty awesome. Involves a man who may be the best friend in the history of ever, going on a beer run for buddies who are in Vietnam fighting a war.
Well, this is possibly going to be an Apple Plus movie.
Ah, dear God.
Oh, directed by Peter Farley.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I obviously read this before we talked about it.
The cast is great, man. It should be a fun cast. You got Bill Murray. I mean, Zac Efron, I actually think is pretty funny.
He's hilarious. Have you seen Bad Grandpa?
No, I haven't seen that.
It was the movie that was
It was
filmed in
filmed
Tybee.
here.
Yeah. It looked like it was going to be the dumbest thing, but I
Yeah.
actually watched it. It is hilarious.
Really?
It is so funny.
After I watch it then. Yeah.
It is over the top, like
Oh, yeah.
gratuitous, gross stuff, but like it is very funny. Bad Grandpa. Seriously, I just sat down on a Sunday and watched it one day. It is very funny. Worth your time.
Yeah, I got held up in traffic because they were filming a scene. So used to live out on Wilmington Island, so I was trying to get out. I was taking Johnny Mercer out to Wilmington Island, and they were in the other lane filming a driving scene, but they blocked all traffic because what they were doing is they were just doing a big loop
Right.
so they can film multiple shots.
Yeah.
So I just had to sit there and watch them get pulled in this. I think it was a pink car. I don't remember, but getting pulled in the car, and then they would come back around and do it again, come back around and do it again. Like, God dang it, guys. Come on. I just want to get home. We had a nice run there of a bunch of movies getting filmed in town. I mean, obviously the pandemic's, slowed that down a bit. But The Rock was in
Mhm.
town.
Yeah, we had with the really bad Baywatch movie that he did.
I was still disappointed in our old company. We were going to turn the station into Dwayne 1061,
Mm-hmm.
and the company's like, we can't really do that because he didn't give consent. I'm like, what? I was so excited about it. All right, guys, we'll be back. Big thanks to everybody hanging out on the stream today, participating in the show. Able to do so, get the stream each and every morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All right, so we got a story about a movie that's going to be directed by Peter Farley. Farley, thank you. And it is called The Greatest Beer Run Ever. Now, the movie's going to feature Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, and Bill Murray. And it's based off a best-selling book called The Greatest Beer Run Ever, a memoir of friendship, loyalty, and war. It was written by Chick Donahue and J.T. Mallow, and it's the story of Chick Donahue living in New York, 1967. He takes a trip to Vietnam during the Vietnam War to deliver beer to his army buddies.
Pretty awesome. I want to watch this movie immediately.
He hopped on a merchant marine ship, got there, carried the beer through the jungle as he tried to track down his friends. He was wearing shorts and Hawaiian shirts. He was mistaken for being with the CIA. He finally completed his beer run, and then the Tet offensive happened, and that was a coordinated series of attacks from the North Vietnamese. So just all kinds of bonker stuff happening as this dude just trekking through the jungle carrying beer, looking for his army buddies.
I wish this was filmed already. I wish they weren't even talking about, they're hoping to get all these guys signed on so they can, produce this thing. I want to watch it now.
Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, and Bill Murray in a movie called The Greatest Beer Run Ever.
It sounds incredible.
Oh, I can't wait for this. All right, so this led to a pop quiz for you, Marshall. I'm going to give you celebrities that got arrested for DUIs.
Okay.
I'll give you a brief rundown of the scenario as to why they got arrested.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a blood alcohol level number. It's not necessarily theirs, because you have to tell me whether it was actually above that number or lower than that number.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it, yeah.
All right, so famous celebrities that got arrested for DUI. I'll give you a brief rundown of the story, and then I'll give you a blood alcohol number, not theirs. You have to tell me what theirs was, either higher or lower. So number one, Charles Barkley.
Oh, I know him.
This happened in December of 2008. He was pulled over for failing to come to a complete stop after leaving a nightclub in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay.
Was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.2?
0.2. Oh, like 0.20.
0.2, yeah.
I'm going to say under. Yes.
It was 0.149.
He's the round mound of rebound. I mean, this man, it would take a lot to get Charles Barkley drunk, so he was probably just a bit tipsy.
All right, number two, Bruce Springsteen. November of 2020. He was seen doing a shot of tequila with fans, which is the coolest story ever. He was just driving through a national park in New Jersey on his motorcycle. He was spotted by fans. They were out partying. He stopped just to say hi to fans and did a shot of tequila with them.
Right.
Cops saw him do the shot of tequila, hop on his motorcycle, and drive away. So they pulled him over, and they gave him a DUI.
For one shot of alcohol?
For one shot of alcohol, which is crazy to me. So was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.1?
I'm going to have to say over. I feel like this is a trap.
0.02. I mean, he was under the legal limit even, and he got a DUI. They basically gave him community service, and he got out of it. It was weird that they gave him a ticket for that one.
Yeah, that's really strange.
All right, so once again, giving you a celebrity that got arrested for DUI, giving you a quick rundown of why they got arrested, giving you a blood alcohol level. You have to tell me whether the celebrity's actual blood alcohol level was above or below that. Jamie Presley, probably best known for My Name is Earl, pulled over in 2011 after an unknown traffic violation happened in Santa Monica, California. Was her blood alcohol level over or under 0.15?
It's going to be over.
0.22.
Yeah, white girl wasted.
Whoa.
White girl wasted.
0.22.
Yeah, she was gone.
That
Bombed.
Brutal. All right, number four. Doing good. 2 out of 3. Kevin Hart, April 2013, driving 90 miles per hour erratically down the L.A. freeway.
Who hasn't? Yeah, I've done that all the time.
Was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.12?
0.12. I want to say it's over.
0.15. Not by much.
Yeah.
But what's like they call it's what they like to call double drunk, because usually it's like a 0.08, so anything close to that they call double drunk. All right, we'll do one more, take a break, come back. Number 5, Tiger Woods, Memorial Day, 2017.
Okay.
He was arrested after being found asleep behind the wheel of his car. Was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.1?
Like 0.10?
0.1.
Oh, over. Oh.
It was 0.000. He did not blow anything on the blood alcohol thing.
Oh, really?
So they're saying it might have been some drugs.
Okay, that sort of DUI.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, nothing on the blood alcohol level. So all right, you're 3 out of 5, not bad. We're gonna come back. We'll do 5 more. We'll see how he does. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Sean had a great story here. My coworker drinks coffee, like only coffee all day, and has full-blown conversations with himself and he's a finger licker to turn the pages in parts manuals that we are both supposed to be using. It's nasty.
That's disgusting.
Wanda goes, Jamie is actually really good in the CBS show Mom. It's about recovery addicts.
I've never seen that, I don't think.
Yeah, when you get like tiny girls drinking alcohol at all, usually it's not just a little bit, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to handle alcohol.
We're going to come right out of the stop set.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, once again, playing a little game, an over-under on celebrity DUIs in honor of The Greatest Beer Run. It's a new movie that looks like Apple's putting together with Bill Murray, Russell Crowe, and Zac Efron about the greatest beer run of all time. So we'll wrap up this game here after the next break. All right, let's go ahead and answer the internet while we have a few minutes. Obviously, we're in commercials right now on the radio station. Cotter, if you were taken hostage 5 years ago, what would surprise you the most about the world today?
The pandemic. I mean, duh. I mean, I'm assuming I'm not seeing anything going on.
Exactly. You're essentially held in a darkish room.
Yeah.
You were fed. You
Yeah.
get a toilet. You know, you get some exercise, but essentially you're going to be held in a room for 5 years because you were taken hostage. You think the pandemic would surprise you the most?
Yeah. I mean, what? The world's been shut down? Yeah, I'm not the only one, suckers. Ha ha. No, I think it'd be the pandemic because you come out and you're like, what happened to the world? Why is everything like this?
I would ask where DirecTV is. Where's DirecTV? AT&T owns it? Where are the satellite dishes?
Yeah.
Why aren't there flying cars yet?
That would be, yeah, dude, that'd be so weird coming out of an experience like that, just missing 5 years. I mean, because so much happens anymore within 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, technological advances, things changing. I mean, so much happens in that short amount of time. I think it'd be night and day almost in certain situations.
There's a PlayStation 5? Yeah. This is a good question, guys. If once again, if you were taken hostage 5 years ago, so 2016, what would surprise you the most about the world today? Go ahead and drop your comments in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, I mean, it'd have to be the pandemic. I mean, I think that's the...
Our Raven Dante's having to actually be locked in again after 5 years would suck.
That's true.
Can you imagine, like,
you come out mid-pandemic?
5 years, and like you're like, oh man, it's almost St. Patty's Day, and then you're back to being stuck in your
Gonna
house.
go see a concert. It's gonna be awesome.
Sean goes, my coworker also doesn't understand why I use the online parts manual. He's definitely an older dude.
That's gross, man. That's super gross.
Marshall would be like, Andy Dalton to the Bears? What the fuck? 1 year, $10 million? Why so much? How large has the NFL salary cap gotten? It was only 150 when I left. Oh, Christ. Dude, you will not believe. Still, to this very moment, I get tagged all the time for Andy Dalton stuff. My buddy tagged me like, it was like bedtime last night. Like 11:30. And I got tagged about an Andy Dalton thing on Twitter. And I'm like, stop. I have to go to bed, man. But people are just roasting me for Andy Dalton. And then, like, the Chicago Bears aren't helping themselves. Sorry to go off on a tangent.
No, you're fine, man. Do it.
The Bears last night on Twitter literally put up a Photoshop picture of Andy Dalton, and just wrote QB1. Come the on, man. Seriously?
They're trolling fans at this point in time.
They're just trying to get, like, some hits before the draft. Because the thing is, we're going to draft a quarterback who will probably play this season over Andy Dalton. Like, what are we doing?
I don't think they know.
I know what it feels like to be a Falcons fan. That's all I'll say. Not the whole Super Bowl collapse. At least we've won one of ours. But damn it, Andy Dalton still grinds my gears.
All right, we got about 15. Be right back, guys. Some new movie is going to be filmed called The Greatest Beer Run Ever. Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, and Bill Murray are in talks to star in this. It sounds awesome about a buddy in New York making a beer run to his army friends who are fighting the Vietnam War. It is based off a true story.
Mm-hmm.
So in honor of that, I got a little pop quiz for Marshall today, giving you a celebrity who was arrested for a DUI, giving you the date, or at least the year or month it happened, giving you a quick summary of how they got arrested,
All right.
giving you a blood alcohol level, and you have to tell me whether the celebrity's blood alcohol level was above or below the number I'm giving you. So far, 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. All right, number 6, Mel Gibson.
Oof.
August 2006. Yes, this was that drunk driving arrest when he had some unpleasant things to say about people. It was ugly and it was bad. Was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.11?
It was over.
Not by much, 0.12.
Really?
But it was definitely over.
I feel like he should have been a lot more drunk if he was saying the things that he said.
You know what though? I think it was coming from the heart, and sometimes it doesn't take much. It's just that little push.
Alcohol's called the truth serum for a reason, man.
All right, number 7, country singer Randy Travis. This was a big story. 2012, he was arrested after a one-car accident in Texas. I don't know how he got naked, but he ended up getting naked.
Oh, I remember this.
Ranting and raving. The family, sued to try to not get the video released.
Mhm.
And, 5 years later, it got released. I mean, it drug out forever. So, Randy Travis, 2012, was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.13?
Ooh, under.
0.15 for naked Randy Travis.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you see those TV shows, you see someone get hit by a car and their shoes fall off.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he got into a car wreck and it was so
clothes
vicious
fell
and
off.
all of his clothes just exploded off his body. I mean, that could be a logical reason.
All right, we got a pop quiz for Marshall today, giving you a celebrity who got arrested for a DUI, giving you a blood alcohol level number. You have to tell me whether their actual blood alcohol level was over or under. Number 8, Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps. This went down in September of 2014. He was pulled over for doing 84 in a 45.
Whoops.
Was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.18?
I'm going to say under.
0.14. Still pretty
Okay.
solid,
Okay.
but
yeah.
not a 0.18.
He's a little drunk. He was feeling it.
We have to do this list with a Lindsay Lohan entry because it would
Okay.
be incomplete without it.
Which time?
July 2007,
Mm-hmm.
pulled over after cops saw her chasing another car in Santa Monica.
Right.
Was her blood alcohol level over or under 0.15?
0.15. She did a lot of drugs. I'm going to say under.
Good call.
Yeah, she loved the powder, baby. She loved the pills.
0.12.
Right.
All right, finally, I'm going to wrap it up with Justin Bieber at
Wait,
number 10.
what am I at this point? How many have I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're 6 out of 9.
Okay.
So that's pretty solid.
69.
I need to drink to get that thought out of my head. Number 10, Justin Bieber. January 2014. He was 18 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Arrested in Miami for drag racing at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember this.
Was his blood alcohol level over or under 0.11?
It was over.
It was actually only 0.014. So he hadn't been drinking a whole lot when he got arrested.
What a wuss, man.
So there you go. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought I'd do better. I'm actually a little disappointed in that.
All right.
One of them was a trick question with Tiger Woods, too.
Yeah, well, he took a blood alcohol test. It just happened to be nothing.
Yeah, except
No.
he was full of drugs.
All right, coming up after 8 o'clock, Jeffe, the new music Beta Fish, is going to select a new song for us today. It's between Atreyu and Warrior, or 10 Years, The Unknown. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
6 out of 10. Damn it. I felt like a 70%er today.
Yeah.
Disappointed that I didn't get 70.
I think the next one will be fun. I think I saw a story pop up today where I'm like, all right, that's the one. That'll be the next one.
Sorry, I just have to get Jeffe's camera set. Thanks for hanging around this morning, guys.
While you do
Gonna test Hefe's camera real quick. There he is. Feeling spunky. Perfect. Good old Hefe. Gibby, see you in a minute, man. Good luck with that, whole crane thing. Before we get to Hefe, we will have one quick story that we'll get to involving a cop car, a bra full of vodka, and then some spring break sex. So, that type of stuff. Once again, thanks for hanging around this morning on the Cotter and Marshall Show. Weekday mornings here on Rock 106.1. Make sure to, follow and subscribe us on all the platforms to make us feel important. We're essentially on everything, except for TikTok. I don't know. I don't want the government, any government, to have my information, which they probably already do, but TikTok makes me wary. Once again, Hefe coming up here in just a little bit. We'll also talk about the NHL and how a ref was essentially cheating for a certain team, and then we'll wrap up the show today with Marshall's Music News. Tony from Wicked Weed will be coming on the show tomorrow. Very excited for that, for beer for breakfast. Any day or any weekend I start off drinking beer, which is every weekend now, is a great, great weekend. And this coming weekend, we have a couple events going down locally in Savannah at two breweries, microbreweries, actually. Two Tides has a cool little event from 11 until 5. It's like a plant thing. It's a great way to get out of the house. Tell your wife you're going to, let's say, Home Depot. Bring her along. And when you show up at the brewery, she's like, where's Home Depot? You're like, well, look, they have plants and all sorts of stuff. You go look there. I'm going to grab beer. And I'll see you in a minute. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Then Hopatomica is also doing kind of like a vendor market thing as well. So if you're looking to get out, and this weekend's supposed to be great. I mean, temperatures are supposed to be damn near 90 degrees this coming weekend. Come hang out. Hopatomica and Two Tides. We're going to be, both Cotter and I and our wives are going to be out this weekend hanging out. I'll make sure to have some stickers on me as well. I'm going to hand those out for the show. So if you don't have one yet, hit me up. We also have Torture Tuesday coming up this coming Tuesday. Cotter will be taking on the most sourest challenge ever. He's taking on one of the most sour candies ever, and then he's going to wash it down with another sour drink. Apparently, there was someone who ate so many warheads on a sour challenge, their tongue started to bleed. So that's what we're shooting for. We want Cotter to bleed this coming Tuesday. So that should be a lot of fun as well. Plus, I'm looking forward to just like watching basketball this weekend with the Sweet 16 going on. There should be some great games. Although my bracket is mostly busted. Illinois, of course, going out in the first round or second round really screwed me over because I had them going all the way to the championship game. So makes me feel great. Also, I put $20 down on a in-office bet that I'm currently in third place, so I'm also going to probably lose that. So that's awesome. Oh, well, got a minute. Let's go ahead and answer the internet. Guys, feel free to answer this via the chat. How long would it take for you to eat your own body weight in hot dogs? Oh, my God. Once again, answer the internet. How long would it take for you guys to eat your own body weight in hot dogs? I would have to say, Jesus Christ. What's the weight of a hot dog? How much does a hot dog weigh? 1.6 ounces. It'd take me a year. It would take me a year. Allie goes 2 minutes. I love hot dogs. You're also like 100 pounds, man. I'm like double that easily. 1.6 ounces. There's obviously, so that'd be 10 hot dogs per pound. Oh, my God. Hold on. Marshall's going to do math here, guys. This is going to be a new segment that everyone's going to love. So I need to eat 10 hot dogs per pound times 2/3. Oh my God. Divided by, let's just do an entire year, 356. So it would break down. I would have to eat six and a I would have to eat 6.5 hot dogs a day for the year to answer this question. Once again, the question, how long would it take for you to eat your own body weight in hot dogs? I'm 230. A hot dog is 1.6 ounces. I would have to eat 6.5 hot dogs a day for a year to eat my weight in hot dogs. I just did math. I mean, first and foremost, kudos to me for getting that right. Disgusting. I don't know if I could do it. Ali, thank you. Yes, you're welcome. 9 months to a year, says Raven Dantes, and Aaron Wilborn goes, lips and assholes. The question is, how long would it take for you to eat your own body weight in hot dogs? So a hot dog I looked up, sorry, let me get Cotter back on camera here. A hot dog I looked up is 1.6 ounces. There's 16 ounces in a pound. So essentially that's 10 hot dogs, right? So I took my body weight, 230,
Right.
divided it by the hot dogs, and then did it by year. So I took 230 divided by 356, blah, blah, blah. Essentially I would have to eat 6.5 hot dogs a day for a year to eat my own body weight in hot dogs.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Now that's not taking into account the weight of the bun or anything I would put on it. But I mean, the question is just a hot dog. So,
Whew, that's
6.5 hot dogs for an entire year to eat my own body weight in hot dog.
that. I mean, because I don't know if 6.5 hot dogs a day is so much. I think it would take me longer because I think in the beginning I'd go strong. It's like I can 10 a day, 10 a day. Then after a while, I'm just like, I need a break, man. I'll eat a hot dog. I don't know. I mean, I think it could take a couple of years because I'd just be like, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Joey Chestnut calls that Saturday.
He calls that Saturday. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I just did it for you. Guessing that your weight was around 185, you'd have to eat
180.
All right,
sorry, go ahead.
Five hot dogs a day. You'd have to eat 5 hot dogs.
Like I said, in the beginning, I would do it. I think I could start out strong. I mean, pounding those dogs, 10 a day.
Aaron, I was just looking at a kind of a breakdown math-wise. He goes, did I just hear you say 356 days? Yeah, so, I mean, if you broke it down over a
He
year's
didn't know
time.
you knew a number that high. I was
know.
shocked.
Right? It would, if I ate 6.5 hot dogs a day for a year at 1.6 ounces per hot dog, at my body weight, it would take me 356 days. Look at you engineering that hot dog hot dog question.
Marshall's doing math. This is a first.
I know. It is. Well, it's very early to be doing this math, too.
True.
Sandy, good morning.
Sandy. Or should I say, Mamacita?
Mamacita. All right. We're jumping into.
Just got those 3 quick, just kind of weird stories.
Sure.
About the stupid people breaking the law, man.
I did that math wrong, didn't I? Even now, I did that math wrong. I said there was 356 days in a year. I don't know why. There's actually 365. I don't know why I shorted myself those 9 days. Those are my vacation days, Aaron.
Days off from
Those are
eating
my
hot
days
dogs.
off. Shut up!
All right, guys, we'll be back. Be sure to get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe to the show. Have some YouTube-only video posted there occasionally, so you can get that. But once again, like, follow, and subscribe on all the social medias. It is a busy 8 o'clock hour coming up. FA2, the new music beta fish, he's going to pick a new song. It's either Atreyu's Warrior or 10 Years with the Unknown. And then we got Are You Smarter Than the Community College Dropout Trivia, brought to you by Rotten Little Bastard Distillery. As Marshall likes to point out, time and time again, unfortunately, he is still undefeated.
I'm hoping I can get to 10-0. I know I have the 3 ties, but I would like to get to 10-0, and then I will allow myself to lose.
I want to see you, if you're going to go undefeated, you got to tie and or beat the Miami Dolphins.
16-0?
Yep, that's what I expect. That's the streak. That's the streak to beat.
It seems too much.
No, you're like the Undertaker of the show. Don't give up, man. Keep this streak alive. Keep it going.
I'll do what I can.
Don't give up.
7-0 to start off the show, I'll still hang my hat on that, even if I lost today.
Okay, we'll see what happens. That's coming up a little bit later on in the hour. Right now, just 3 real quick stories. People being stupid, getting arrested. A guy steals a cop car, gets arrested for stealing the cop car, but then gets away by stealing another cop car. So he's in his 30s. He went down in Canada this past Monday. They responded to the report of the first theft of the cop car. There was a high-speed chase. It ended when the guy crashed into a barrier, hopped out, cops are swarming him, he's getting arrested. He got away, hopped in one of their cop cars, drove off.
That guy was having the best day of his life.
Right? I mean, I know he's going to jail.
The adrenaline that must have been running through his veins when he stole that second cop car. I mean, he's like, I can't believe I did it again. I mean, like that the utter adrenaline must have been incredible for this guy. I wish I could have just tapped into it to feel it for a second.
Oh, man, the stories he's going to have to tell after he gets out of prison. Now, there was another high-speed chase. He got caught again. This time, though, didn't go 3 for 3. He was not able to steal that third cop car.
Yep.
The next story takes us to McDonald's. Where else? In Florida. Cops were called last week. A woman was weaving back and forth in the drive-through lane. They showed up. 31-year-old Brandy Stanley was sitting in the parking lot, eating in her car, engine still running. Her eyes were glassy. She smelled of booze, and she could barely stand. She got arrested for drunk driving. Now, when they got her to jail, she started screaming and had to be restrained. They ended up finding 8 airplane bottles of vodka hidden in her boobs.
There was apparently 1 bottle missing from the entire collection as well. Apparently, she chugged that one prior to the cops finding her. But that's incredible. I mean, like, girls putting stuff in their bras, look, I've seen it 1,000 times. It's still not my preferred method of staring at your boobs. with like your phone stuck in there, or like if you pull money out of your bra. I mean, if I was a person working at a business, I would refuse to touch your bra money.
It's going to be a little moist, a little damp.
Gross, so gross.
I'm just still trying to picture, though. I mean, she must have been gifted in the boob area, because 8 bottles, man. That's impressive.
It would cover quite a bit.
All right, final story. Didn't have time to get this to this yesterday. It gives me hope that as I get older, I can still go out and do crazy things on spring break.
Hey, you can still get crazy this weekend, man.
I could. It could happen. Who knows? Last Sunday, a 48-year-old man, Grant Mulder, once again, taking place in Florida. He posted to Facebook, said he was hitting up spring break. 6 days later, he and a 41-year-old woman named Lauren made those dreams come true. Saturday afternoon, 1:45 in the afternoon, they were caught getting busy in broad daylight right in front of a veterans memorial. Little disrespectful.
It's a weird place to be getting busy.
So Grant was performing a generous favor on this woman. And in the police...
He bought her a steak dinner?
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah. They were just eating out of takeout cartons?
In the police report, how they described this generous favor. It's better known as the union of the mouth with the vulva. That's in the official police report.
Oh, so he did get some takeout. Yeah, he was definitely eating out, if you know what I mean.
All right, Grant was arrested for lewd behavior. Lauren was arrested for exposure of sexual organs.
Oh.
You know what? It's just typical Saturday in Florida.
I mean, depending on how you look, isn't it kind of all of a sexual organ? I mean...
Coming up, Jeffe, the new music band official.
Why we have to wear face masks now.
We'll select a song.
Cover it all up.
Oh, dear God. Choices today, Atreyu, Warrior, 10 Years Unknown. Jeffe 2 coming up next. Bring me the horizon. It's Teardrops. Rock 106.1.
Any organ could be sexy.
That's true.
I got Jeffe's camera all set up here. I'll switch it to everyone watching the stream right now. There's our beautiful baby boy, obviously taking a nap. He was a little busier earlier. Let's see. Oh, there he is. He's moving a little bit. Sorry, he's kind of hidden behind our logo there. There he is. He's just chilling. He knows. He knows it's almost time to work. All right, let me see. Oh, there's my trivia. Just in case you guys choose Cotter today, I wrote this trivia just last night. I will say the first game of trivia that I wrote for when I do trivia next for you,
Yeah?
it is quite hard.
Really?
It is quite hard.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just want to change it up. I felt like my last games were quite easy. So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
this next one's hard.
Okay.
Aaron goes, he's not lethargic today. No, he's definitely not. He's feeling the flow for sure.
It's feisty.
We'll come back to Jeffe here in just a moment. Jeffe's going to choose some new music for us between Atreyu and what's the other one?
10 years.
10 years.
Mm-hmm. I really like the 10 years song. I think that's really, really good.
Cool. Are you going to add it to the radio station playlist?
We already did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So would it be rude if I asked my wife to buy lunch after she cleans my teeth?
No, I think
Yeah,
it wouldn't be rude at all. I mean, are you getting a discount on teeth cleaning?
No, I mean the insurance covers.
Oh,
it, so,
then yeah, she should totally buy lunch.
yeah, she should buy.
She should totally buy lunch.
Going to Kayak Cafe.
Ooh, I do like Kayak Cafe.
Haven't been there in a minute, like a long
yeah,
minute.
Yeah, they're pork burrito.
Yeah, it's good. They have like a peach salsa deal that goes with it, I think.
The habanero.
Yeah.
They got the habanero sauce. Yeah, get the burrito and get the habanero sauce. It's delicious.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and answer the internet while we're just kind of hanging
We
out
got
here.
about 50 seconds.
Or not. That's a good one. All right, I got a good question for Answer the Internet after the break here. Awana says, I've been meaning to comment on this Toe of Satan challenge you have on YouTube. I usually find things to listen to on my walks during the weekend. Came across the video, and oh my God, just hearing the audio is a mixture of jackals and porn.
It was the worst. I mean, it's like a lot of the hot challenges are bad, and I mean the after effect to me that wasn't nearly as bad as some of the others, but during that was one of, if not the worst.
Yeah.
All right, we got about 10. Good morning. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Don't forget, you can stream the show. We do it each and every day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you miss it, the show is always saved on the YouTube page. We'll share some of those to the other socials, and we'll give you some, some of the shortened nuggets, some of the pieces throughout the show, so they're a little bit easier to watch instead of trying to track down one of your favorites throughout the whole stream of the show. Right now, on the stream, you can see Jeffe 2, the new music beta fish, because it's time for him to pick some new music today. The choices are Atreyu's Warrior, which features Travis Barker. So they got, yeah.
I
They got
usually like Atreyu, but Travis Barker drumming on that, it's not like you could really tell.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't stand out. New album called Baptized. That's coming out June 4th. The other choice is 10 Years. They've actually got a brand new album out now. It came out in September. It's called Violent Allies. And the second single from the album is called The Unknown. I like that band, man. I think 10 Years is underrated. I think they're a great band.
Yeah, the lead singer. I mean, he's still got such a distinct voice.
Yes.
He's got a definite flow to what he does.
All right, so coming up next, those are Jeffe's choices. Which one will he choose? We'll have to wait and see. Either Atreyu Warrior or 10 Years and the Unknown. Jeffe 2, the new music beta fish. Up next, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Aaron, that's not the only reason that you get invited to lunches, just because you buy. We love your company.
Look, no, I invited.
It's not true. We just love the fact that you buy.
I invited him to a lunch.
Oh, did you?
And I was going to pay for it. He wouldn't let me.
Really?
I was ready to pay for it. I'm like, look, dude, lunch is on me.
Where'd you go?
Ben's.
Okay. How much was the bill?
I don't remember. I mean, typical Ben's, couple drinks, burgers.
Okay. 40, 50 bucks?
Yeah, around there. I mean, I was ready to go, man. I was like, it's my treat. Would not let me pay.
All right.
So, but yes, normally it's just because you pay.
He alphaed you.
Come on.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's totally true. It is totally true.
So we talked about Two Tides a little while ago on the stream, at least, how we're going to go to Two Tides this weekend because they have some cool events going on this weekend. And then we started talking about you said it gives you hope that now that you're in their 40s, you could have some wild spring break sex.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm saying. Are you and your wife going to have some wild spring break sex at Two Tides this weekend?
I doubt it. I highly doubt we'll have wild, crazy spring break sex at Two Tides. Maybe after Two Tides, we'll have normal 45-year-old sex at my house
with the lights off,
and
the doors closed
you know
and
what?
locked.
Fine with that. I'm not picky.
Yeah. So happening at Two Tides this weekend, it's the DeSoto Street Market. New year, new street market. The market will be set up with all the necessary safety precautions in place. And of course, you could support local and small businesses. They'll have everything from hot sauce to plants to tattoo parlors to all sorts of other cool little, local fare. So that's this coming weekend at Two Tides from 11 until 6. Cotter and I are going to be out there kind of hanging out for a few hours, at least in the early morning. If you guys are out there, come find us. We'll have a bunch of Cotter and Marshall Show stickers on us, so we'll hook you up for sure.
We got a call if you want to.
Yeah.
Rock 1061, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, man. I got to weigh in on that little comment about her switching in her job.
Switching in her job.
Yeah. This is a radio station, right?
Yeah. We didn't. Are you trying to call? What show are you trying to call?
The G100?
No, this is not. Oh, I see what you're doing. We have the phone goes through the whole thing. You'll have to try to call back because this is actually I picked it up. My apologies. Rock 1061. So call back and I will not answer and you'll be good to go.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, man.
Whoops.
Yep, that happens. Yeah, so we have the ability now to have everything go on in the same studio, so we can be live. In all 6 of our radio stations could be live in this studio, which is cool. But that means the phone is piped through on all of them. And I didn't look close enough. I just saw it ringing.
Son, you were able to see it ring.
I was looking right at it. It's the only
okay.
because I was like this. I was like, oh, look at that, it's ringing. Because if I was looking over here, man, there's no way I see that unless I got a red light.
Yeah,
I mean, if I had a red light, like right here, right there.
Yeah, like right there.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
That would be really nice. It sounds like a super easy, like cheap fix. Like, I don't know, what would you say, 50, 60 bucks max?
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Oh, wait. Aaron Wilborn, your light was ordered, by the way.
Oh!
You know what? I know. I feel like that is just too easy. I feel like he's just saying that to make us shut up about it.
It got lost in the mail, guys. I don't know.
No, it's supposed to be here weeks ago. It's crazy. Oh, man. Oh, our first bot of the day. Thank you, GU Raiders 19. We do want to become famous, so thanks for swinging by. All right, Jeffe picks up new music for us here in just a moment while we are just messing around. Let's go ahead and answer the internet, guys.
All right.
Who? Oh, I thought you said you had another phone
No,
call.
I said all right. Sorry.
I was going to say you weren't able to see it. Who is the hottest celebrity you'd have a chance with if they got to know you? Once again, guys, drop your answers in the chat right here. I think this is a good one. Who is the hottest celebrity you'd have a chance with if they got to know you?
Kevin Smith. He'd be the only one, I think. I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know. I mean, I think I got a shot.
With Kevin Smith?
No, just in general. I mean, there's I'm not saying tens.
Yeah.
But I think I got a shot.
No, but who? No, I'm asking.
I'm
who is the
trying to
hottest?
think. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Names. I just can't think of anybody right now specifically. You?
I'm not successful enough where I think any celebrity would actually just.
Well, yeah, but it's not this.
Based on personality.
I think it's just based off personality.
Kate Upton.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She married Justin Verlander, pitcher for the Astros and formerly of the Tigers, and he seems to be like a pretty much a dullard. So I think with just my personality, I think I could probably win over Kate Upton.
Precedent set that you think you can get it done. That's a good one. I can't think of anybody specific right now. But I mean, I don't know.
If I did some research and I could just see the guys that are with certain girls,
I think that's a good call.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, that guy's kind of a schlub.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm a schlub. I could do that.
Are they going to go from one schlub to another?
Yeah.
Are they going to trade up?
Girls have it tight, man.
You don't think they'll trade up?
They depending on how well they're doing.
Okay.
On the celebrity hotness scale.
That's fair. But I guess maybe they they don't want anybody hotter than them.
Gibby goes, we should ask Mac that. If she comes into work before the end of the show today, we'll drag her in here and we'll ask her that question.
Tim said he heard the audio. We played fine snippets of the songs.
Sure.
So I don't know what that was.
Certain people.
All right, we got about almost 3 minutes still.
Yeah, yesterday my wife said she was hearing the radio station and it sounded scratchy. And then it just turns out that her car is a piece of crap. She actually yesterday came in. She's like, yeah, actually, I think it's my car. She goes, we should buy a new one.
That happens. I mean, my wife, we did a test run. I did a test run at night with all the new equipment, and I had her listen. And it was at night. It was like raining bad, and she's like, "Oh, it sounded so bad." And I mean, I asked a couple other people, like, "No, it was fine." It was just the weather in her car, and her car is 15 years old.
Yeah, your wife has one of the worst cars.
It's
not even close to as bad as your old car, but
yeah, no, it's not that bad.
Your wife has a car that she could definitely upgrade.
No, and we will eventually. But yeah, she loves it. It's a Toyota Corolla, and had it for 15 years. It hasn't gotten the miles we put on my cars because whenever it seems like I get a new car, we get a new car, it's just, that's the one we travel with.
Mm-hmm.
So the miles isn't too bad, but shoot, man, at least 15 years. Been here for 12, so yeah, at least 15.
Let's see. Raymond Dante says the samples of the songs were scratchy, but everything else sounded fine.
Were you listening on the air? Well, I guess you would have had to. It wouldn't have been on the stream.
Yeah.
So that is, but the volume was okay. Okay, so the scratchy thing is something we need to figure out. But the volume being good is good to know.
Gibby says when I turn on the rear defroster, it starts to static on the radio. Yeah, that happens, man. All right, Jeffe's picking a new song for us here in about a minute. About to jump back on the air, and he'll have his choice between Atreyu and 10 Years. Okay. And then we kind of wrap the show up today. After that, we'll do trivia, and then we'll talk about the NHL and their cheating referee, and then Marshall's Music News. And that's sort of the day for today. And then, what was I going to say? Saturday is when the men's tournament comes back, right?
I believe so. I think it's Saturday and Sunday. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Be sure to get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Of course, we'll have Jeffe, the new music beta fish. There he is on the stream right now. It is time for him to pick a brand new song for us. Choices today: Atreyu's The Warrior, which features Travis Barker from Blink 182. And you're just on that one, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I used to like Atreyu quite a bit, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling that tune right there.
All right, they got a brand new album, Baptized, coming out June 4th. The other option, 10 Years, they got a brand new album out now. It's called Violent Allies. New single is called The Unknown. So there's the choices: Warrior from Atreyu or 10 Years and The Unknown.
All right, so here's the deal. We're going to have Jeffe choose a new music song for us. So Atreyu will be on the left-hand side of the tank. At 10 Years will be on the right-hand side of the tank. I'm going to give Jeffe the signal right now. You just tap the glass, let him know he has to go to work. Jeffe! There he is. All right. Jeffe is running around the tank right now, right in the middle, as he should, as a good fish should. He's kind of pointing towards the right now, and he's just essentially sat down. I think he's refusing to work. Jeffe, you'd see it here on the live stream. Jeffe, you have to choose a band, buddy. You have to go to one side of the tank or another.
This is the one thing you do a week, man. That's all. You get all kinds of love. You get all kinds of food. We ask one thing of you, and that's to pick new music, man. Oh, he's way feistier than he was last week. Way feistier.
I would say he's definitively chosen the right-hand side of the tank. He's kind of hiding on the back side of the tank there. So there you go. Jeffe choosing right-hand side. 10 Years today.
All right, thank you, Jeffe, too. It's brand new stuff from 10 Years. The song is The Unknown. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
He really didn't want to work today.
No,
he was against working. Jeffe, it's your job, buddy. He just seems exhausted now. He's kind of laying out. So, well, thanks, Jeffe. Thanks for working today. We appreciate it.
Like I did my thing. All right, so we've got Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia coming up next.
In 2 minutes, actually.
Yep.
We'll give away some more Extreme Monster Truck Spring Nationals tickets. So the first person to call in and play with us today, you can take on Cotter or myself. We're both community college dropouts. You'll have your opportunity to win those tickets. We'll hook you up with a pair of tickets to go check that out, happening on May 1st. I'll move back Jeffe's camera. Don't mind me. All right. We'll treat Jeffe for working, huh, bud? Man, he smelt that and jumped right up. You're a good fish. You're a good fish.
Oh, man.
He is the best. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this Thursday morning. As we said, we got trivia coming up here in just a moment. After that, we got next hour. We're going to talk about Marshall's Music News, and we'll wrap up the show for the day. Tomorrow, Beer for Breakfast. We have Fire Away Fridays, where, of course, we're going to have you guys choose a song to play out of like a choice of 3. Cotter will set that up later on tonight. Tomorrow, we'll also take more of your calls, and we'll do About Last Night and have all sorts of stuff for you.
I'm excited about Beer for Breakfast.
Yeah, Tony's a really cool guy. I got an opportunity to meet him at the draft room at Berwick. I went back in January when I was doing the trivia tournament there.
Okay.
And really cool guy. Came out, hung out, bought people beers like the entire night. And then it was a cool event, and
Yeah.
they showcased a bunch of new beers there. So I'm excited to see what he brings in tomorrow for the show.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, thanks for hanging out today. Get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Once again, thanks to Jeffe 2, the new music beta fish, selecting The Unknown today. Brand new stuff from 10 years. Right now, it's time for you to win some tickets for the Monster Trucks. They're returning to the OSP May 1st. We've got Are You Smarter Than the Community College Dropout Trivia? That is brought to you by Rotten Little Bastard Distillery, located in Beaufort.
So call us up right now. We'll take the very first person at 1-800-394-1061 to take one of us on. You can take on Cotter, who's lost 4 times. You can take on me, who's lost 0. Not trying to say I'm a big deal. Not trying to be a know-it-all at work, because no one likes that coworker apparently. But I am undefeated, and I'm willing to take you on in a battle of 7 questions in 60 seconds.
Like I said, you're the Undertaker of the show. You got the streak going, so whoever beats you is like the Brock Lesnar of trivia.
I don't think I can roll my eyes to the back of my head. Is that good? Or do I just... No.
No.
I just don't have that skill, man.
You're just as pale, though.
Thank you. I do look half dead most days, so that I do have that going for me.
All right, Are You Smarter Than the Community College Dropout Trivia? Call us now, 800-394-1061. All right, hold on one second there. Person who's on the phone that I don't know yet. All right, Rock 1061, who's this?
This is Thomas.
Thomas, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing good. All right, man, if you want to play some trivia, who would you like to challenge? You got myself, Cotter, or the undefeated Marshall?
Let's take on undefeated Marshall.
Yeah, you
Cool.
will. All right, Thomas, let us get set here. Marshall will put on the headphones. Let me get my phone ready. All right, man, it is 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1. If there's a question you don't know and want to pass, feel free to do so. If we got time at the end, we'll come back to it, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Though many people still call it by its old name, what's the current name of the Sears Tower in Chicago?
Ooh, pass.
Which band formed first, Green Day or Stone Temple Pilots?
Stone Temple Pilots.
Incorrect. Which major race kicks off the NASCAR season?
Daytona 500.
Correct. What TV channel did SpongeBob SquarePants debut on in 1999?
Nickelodeon.
Correct. True or false? Even though it's the capital of France, Paris is not the country's largest city.
True.
Incorrect. What 1980s comedy featured the line, "I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley"?
Oh, pass.
According to legend, what bird did Ben Franklin want as the national bird instead of the bald eagle? Multiple choice, chicken, quail, or turkey?
Turkey.
Correct. Or back to the top, how many people, though people still call it by its old name, what's the current name of the Sears Tower? You got a couple seconds.
I have no idea on this one.
All right, time's up. All right, Thomas, let me have Marshall take off the headphones there.
Hold on, I'm responding to people on the stream. Okay, here I go. Hold on. Let me put my headphones on.
All right, Marshall, Thomas got 3 out of 7.
Okay.
All right, Thomas, we'll be right back. Hang tight, okay?
All right, no problem.
All right, so you need to beat 3. You know the drill.
Mhm.
7 questions, 60 seconds. Time will start as soon as I finish question number 1.
Let's go.
Here we go. Though many people still call it by its old name, what's the current name of the Sears Tower in Chicago?
The Willis Tower.
Correct. Which band was formed first, Green Day or Stone Temple Pilots?
I want to say Green Day.
That is correct. Which major race kicks off the NASCAR season?
Daytona, baby.
What TV channel did SpongeBob SquarePants debut on in 1999?
Nickelodeon.
Correct. True or false? Even though it's the capital of France, Paris is not the country's largest city.
False.
Correct. In what 1980s comedy featured the line, "I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley"?
Pass.
According to legend, and this is multiple choice, what bird did Ben Franklin want as the national bird instead of the bald eagle? Chicken, quail, or turkey?
Quail.
Incorrect. Back to the one he passed on. What 1980s comedy featured the line, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley?
Cheers.
Incorrect.
Didn't watch a whole lot of 80s sitcoms.
Well, it was actually a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a movie. It was comedy. It was a comedy movie.
Oh, Airplane.
Yep.
Ah, damn it.
Too late.
I thought you said sitcom.
I just said 80s comedy.
Ah, damn it.
All right, Thomas. Unfortunately, Marshall got you today. He ended up 5 out of 7.
Yep, that's why he's undefeated.
That is why he is the Undertaker of the show.
Ding.
All right, man. Well, give me 1 second. I'm writing down your number here. Don't give it to us because we're still on the stream. We don't need everybody to know what it is.
Old man Cotter's using his bifocals right now. It's a superpower. All right, well, we'll say this. You did win
We're good to
yourself
go.
a pair of tickets to Extreme Monster Truck Spring Nationals. We will call you after the show and get all your information. All right, Thomas?
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it, you guys.
Thanks, man.
dude.
Appreciate it. All right, here we go with the correct answers. Yes, Sears Tower. I still call it that. Everybody else, I shouldn't say everybody.
Everyone does.
They
call it,
still
yeah.
do. Willis Tower is the actual name. Which band formed first, Green Day or Stone Temple Pilots? Green Day formed in 1987.
Yeah.
Stone Temple Pilots in 1989. The Daytona 500, the first race of the NASCAR season. SpongeBob debuted on Nickelodeon in 1999. Paris is France's largest city by a lot. The movie Airplane, it was
Damn it.
Leslie Nielsen.
I misheard you there. Anyway.
With the line, I am serious and don't call me Shirley. And according to legend, which supposedly has been debunked, Ben Franklin wanted the turkey as the national bird. Weird stuff. All right, Marshall, the streak continues.
Yeah, it does, man. 8-0 and 3 ties.
Who will eventually be the person that brings Marshall down? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Are You Smarter Than Community College Dropout Trivia? Brought to you by Rotten Little Bastard Distillery. Back tomorrow. Rock 106.1. All right, guys, we'll be back. my bad.
Sorry, guys.
Buttons.
Buttons again. Got us. We're talking about answering the internet, guys. How long could you survive in an IKEA without getting caught? Cotter says less than a day.
Because of surveillance. I mean, I think if you didn't have surveillance, I think hiding out at night would be relatively easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because of video surveillance, how it is advanced, I think you're busted as soon as you come out of hiding at night. I don't think you can make it.
Okay, I could live there a week.
You think
You're so pessimistic. Yeah, you could survive a week in an IKEA store.
I mean, but once the store closes, you can't move. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck.
That doesn't mean that at all.
Yeah, I think surveillance cameras, you're busted right away.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And there's no way you last.
I think during the day you find out where the security cameras are.
Sure.
They can't cover the entire store.
No, but I think you'll be limited in what you can do.
Sure. But during the rest of the day, you're just eating Swedish meatballs, cinnamon buns.
No, because during the day you're eating those. Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, plus, they have a diner. They have an amazing food selection there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Can you leave the store at all? No. No, absolutely not. How long could you survive in an IKEA without getting caught? I think I could survive a little less than 7 days. Let's say 6 days, 4 hours, and 37 minutes. To be exact, I think I could.
We need to have an IKEA in the area, and we need to partner with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without getting caught on camera. I mean, you go in, you do your surveillance, you make sure you know where the cameras are looking. You see if you can get a good scope of how far their lens is, and then you just kind of stay out of those areas. I mean, they can't cover the entire store.
No, I agree with that, but they'll cover enough to where you won't have you'll have next to no mobility. Yeah, at night. You're busted within a night.
All right. Well, I'm going to look to see.
What are you going to Google?
No, I'm going to Google to see if there's any stories about people living in IKEA.
Now, if it's 10 years ago, it's a different statement. Technology was different, different then.
Yeah. Or even Dante says maybe a week. I would have to find a nice out-of-the-way place in the back. Yeah. Wanda says, sounds like a challenge.
That's what I said. If there's an IKEA in town, I would have somebody make this call.
2018, how I spent 3 weeks living in IKEA.
Okay.
The very first story.
That's legit.
2008, man living in IKEA store.
2008, though, you're back a decade. I'll give you credit for the 2018 one, but a decade ago, technology is different.
2014, I lived in IKEA for 6 days.
That was under the amount of time.
In Shanghai.
In Shanghai.
Yeah.
So okay, what's the
in Shanghai?
What's the
where there's no cameras, Marshall? You idiot.
What's the story about the most recent? Bullet point it.
Hold on, let me read it. It's in London. There's a lot of words. I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
In April 2017, I decided to live in IKEAs across London. I would bring my backpack clothes and medium form.
He went to different IKEAs, though.
And spent around 3 to 4 hours in the store at a time over 3 weeks. Security barely noticed, and how I went. Show people the photos. Most of them didn't realize IKEAs until I point out the tags. Imagine a life of clean sheets and Swedish meatballs for breakfast. And suddenly IKEA sounds like the perfect home.
But he wasn't staying there overnight.
Yeah, I've researched this for 30 effing seconds, Cotter. Give me a fucking minute, man. Jesus. You're like trying to poke holes in my theory of you could live in IKEA for a week.
Well, yeah. You would do the same thing.
Jesus Christ, what a shitbag. Just a pure and utter shitbag you are this morning. You're like, oh, I guess I am. Vest guy. I would say I think there's probably a story out there where someone spent damn near a week in there.
Well, the one guy
6 days, 4 hours.
6 days, 4 hours. Yeah.
37 minutes. All right, we're in commercial breaks right now on the radio station. We're going to come back, final hour of the show. We're going to talk about too much or not enough sex. There's a story out there with 5% of people say they are having too much sex right now, where 29 people are saying aren't having enough.
There was a story, and I was trying to find it because I was going to tag it on this, and I couldn't find it, though. They was talking about, on average, a single person during the pandemic is masturbating 3 times a day.
Yeah, we talked about that story. It's egregiously too much.
I still don't get how you're doing that. You are going through a lot of Gatorade, a lot of hydration.
That's your old man libido talking. I don't know how you're doing that, youngins. That's a weird question.
Okay.
So I have another question here of Answer the Internet. This one is ridiculous because I think it's so obvious. Would you rather the world lost women completely or all sports?
All sports.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's a
Being Thanos and snapping your fingers to knock out all. I mean, it would be war. If all women were gone, we would all kill each other.
if anybody would select the women option on this one, you are an asshole.
Once again, would you rather the world lost women or all sports?
No.
And I like the card itself. Sorry, I dropped it. The card itself is kind of funny. It has like the pendulum of a football or just the woman there. That's
ridiculous.
That's the funnest question there. Ooh, I need to be on here for this one. Oh yeah, for the story coming up. Yeah, so we use a service that throws us weird stories every once in a while. And this is one that Cotter found yesterday while we were researching stuff for the show today. So that should be interesting. Once again, guys, thanks for hanging with us on the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Make sure to go on all those places and follow us. We love to see those numbers rise. I'll be hosting bingo tonight, speaking of, over at the Draft Room at Berwick, starting at 7 o'clock. Making some of that side cash that we all love to have. Yeah, I'll be out there if anyone wants to come out and enjoy some free bingo. Not for Bringro. That's not a word. Next Tuesday, we have another Torture Tuesday coming up. Cotter will be taking on a Super Sour Challenge. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll have our NCAA March Madness Torture Tuesday. So we have a couple Torture Tuesdays lined up.
And I've got it confirmed with a Voodoo Jack. He'll be bringing a kendo stick into the studio for Torture Tuesday. If you guys missed it, well, we're going to take a basketball hoop. We're going to put it up on the door. Whoever loses will be blindfolded. They will have 10 shots blindfolded at the hoop. If they make it, cool, no torture. If they miss, they'll either have to eat a hot pepper, they'll either get shocked by the electric dog shot collar, or they'll get hit by Voodoo Jack with a kendo stick. And so you have up to 10 Torture Tuesday happenings in that amount of time.
I actually do have, I had a blindfold at the house. It's actually just like a headband that I wear, but I put it on and I cannot see through it. So
we'll verify that.
I brought in, well, no, like, feel free. You can put it on. But I have the headband here at the station already. I brought it in so I wouldn't forget it. So
cool.
I have that all lined up for us.
I think that will be fun. There's a lot of moving parts in that Torture Tuesday, but I think it's going to be fun just because of the ridiculousness of it. And being able to watch that on the stream is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it should be some definite good numbers for us. All right, we've got 2 more stories kind of lined up for you guys, and we jump into music news, and that's a wrap for the show today. Once again, Tony from Wicked Weed will be here tomorrow for Beer for Breakfast. I'm excited to see him and what he brings so we can hang out and drink a few beers and kick off the weekend right. This coming Saturday, Hopatomica, Two Tides have 2 really cool like vendor market events. It's a good time to get the family out, get the girlfriend out, get the wife out, take them out on the town, show them a good time. Say you did something instead of just sitting at home watching video games while they just stare at you, wondering why they're with you. Happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, all the time. If you're looking to get the vaccine, your shots, story is you can go right up to Gulfstream and no wait, the mass vaccination site, no wait, no line. I literally went to the Georgia Department of Public Health website, clicked on Kroger, found the Kroger by my house. I'm getting my first shot on Saturday. Really easy. So if that's your thing, do it.
It's free, right? You don't have to pay for it, correct?
I don't know. I'm assuming. Sure. Why not? I didn't look.
It's not like they made you like put a credit card down or anything, right?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I believe it's free.
I don't know if they'll ask for insurance or not.
I believe the United States pays for that.
I think that's fair.
It's the only thing they pay for.
It's easier for them to get the microchip in you that way.
Right.
It's easier for them to be able to track me
right.
from here on out.
Yeah, it attaches to the 5G signals, the vaccine, so it's pretty cool. This vaccine gets better Wi-Fi than my computer at my house. Mm-hmm. How much time we got?
We still have another song. We got 4 minutes.
4 minutes before we're back on the air. Once again, thanks for hanging out today. Not jumping to that quite yet. So, obviously, the men's March Madness event is going on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Sweet 16. Then there's the Elite Eight, Final Four, and then we get the championship game. I believe it's April 5th, I want to say.
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it the Monday?
Yeah, April 5th. So we will find out who is going to be winning that Xbox Series X bundle that we're giving away with Cotter and Marshall Madness. If you guys have participated, thank you so much for doing so over at rock1061.com. A few days after that, right around March 9th-ish, we are going to announce our next big giveaway. And I'm really excited about it. We're giving away a lifetime subscription, lifetime membership to
maybe?
something. So I gotta figure that out. We gotta figure out all the stuff we're doing with it, but we're really excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a great prize, and how we're giving it away, I think, is gonna be awesome. I just think it's gonna be a great time, a lot of fun. So can't wait to talk about it.
Wanda says that her husband got his first vaccine the other day. She goes, "I'll get mine whenever we get home." So
good. Yep.
Vaccine's important. Once that happens, we can open the movie theaters. We can go to concerts. We can stand next to each other and not freak out when someone accidentally sneezes because of the pollen, which is actually just me.
I do love it. You could still sit in a restaurant if somebody sneezes or coughs. Everybody goes.
Yeah, everyone shuts up.
I mean, you can everybody looks at you.
So I went to dinner last Friday. I forgot to tell you this story. So I went to dinner last Friday. I went to the King and I. We wanted to grab some some Thai food or like pad Thai. And King and I is a really great place. Tiny little place over on Hodgson and Eisenhower. So we jump in there, and my wife and I are having dinner, and I look over, and I'm like, that dude looks like Jesse Plemons. You know Jesse Plemons, the blonde-haired guy?
Matt Damon.
Fat Matt Damon, yeah. Fat Matt Damon. He was on, what's the, not Black Window.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
And he was in Breaking Bad.
And Breaking Bad and a bunch of other movies. This dude just looked like a younger version of Jesse Plemons. Wasn't him. I thought it was him. But, honestly, it could have been his cousin. He just had, instead of blonde hair, it was red.
Okay.
Yeah. And then last night I saw that Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas are in town.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones and Joe Jonas, obviously from the Jonas Brothers. They were at they were downtown, that new spot across from the Wild Wing. You guys did trivia there for a minute.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I can't think of the name.
Yeah, so they're having dinner last night, and my friends got some autographs from them.
Oh, that's cool.
They were nice enough to be approached. One person got a Ruth Bader Ginsburg sticker autographed by them. That's the only thing they had.
I get that. Do you approach? I mean, in situations like that, do you approach a celebrity? Would you approach a celebrity?
No. If they were out on the street walking around, I may say something. But if they're sitting down and having dinner, I never.
Even if it's like, I wouldn't go up to Joe Jonas or Sophie Turner just because. I love Game of Thrones, so don't get me wrong. But cool, not somebody that I'm like, I want to meet that person.
Mm-hmm.
If it was somebody you would want to meet, even if they're eating,
I would never. I do not. One thing I absolutely hate is being interrupted while I'm eating dinner or having lunch or whatever. I hate that. Don't interrupt me. I would rather any other moment you can come talk to me. But yeah, that's
okay. Fair enough.
That's out of line, man.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out with the show today. If you haven't done the stream thing yet, be sure to give it a shot. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It's a lot of fun. We interact in between breaks and everything. We just kind of hang out. And while you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. Of course, you can always listen to the show on the website. You can download the app, and you can get us on your in-home smart speaker. Now, there is a new survey that recently came out talking about your sex life during the pandemic. And according to this survey, only 38% of people say they're totally satisfied with their sex life and everything that's gone down over the past year.
Yeah, but I mean, this survey is kind of weird. So they say 29% of people wish they were getting it more often, and 5% wish they were doing it less. So they're oversexed.
Let's start there. How much sex is too much sex? Because I've never experienced this phenomenon in my life.
Wow. So you think it's like a shooting star, essentially, is the too much sex star.
No, I wonder if it's an older people that, you know, have sex once or twice a week and are like, oh, I can't do it anymore. I'm just too tired. So is that too much sex? Is it a younger couple who are doing it multiple times a day and finally are like, running out of Gatorade, I can't keep doing this. So what is too much?
I honestly don't have an answer for you, Cotter. I apologize. I feel embarrassed that I don't, but obviously I feel more upset that you are upset about people having too much sex because it feels like you're a little jealous.
You think? That's what I'm saying. I've never once in my life gotten to a point of going, you know what? I think we'll back off.
I think I'm exhausted.
I'm tired. I'm winded. I'm dehydrated.
You get winded after walking up 3 stairs.
I'm not Jake Thompson. But, I mean, I don't know. So that part's weird. So, yes, I fall within the 38%. No, I'm sorry, the 29% who said who wish we were having more sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would like to have more sex.
Yeah.
Pandemic or no pandemic, I would just like to have more sex.
Well, then the 38% of people who are in relationships saying they're totally satisfied. I think I probably range more in that area. 38%. Okay. I'm more of them. I don't know. I could have more sex, but I don't. And that's my choice.
Don't question my manhood.
And that's my choice.
So and I'm not asking how often you have sex. Is there, hey, if we had sex this amount of time each week, I would be happy. You know, is there an average number that you'd have?
No.
Really?
No. It's whenever it hits, man. Whenever it hits. You know, I have a good relationship with my wife in regards to that. You know, just like, you know, we're giving each other's eyes. Let's go. There is no like headache or not feeling the greatest. I mean, it's just on at that point. That's why you never have to worry about whether you're having too much or not enough, because the other person's just like, it's a thing. You're sitting in the living room, you can just look at each other, like not say anything. You know, it's just that comfortableness when you get with someone like that.
I'm gonna admit something right now. I am probably at the lowest point ever in my life
because we started the show together.
Because I am now officially jealous of you.
Wow. Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I don't know how to move forward.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I thought the lowest point of your life would have been when you started buying vests and wearing them out in public. But
I like the vest. Vests make me feel good about myself.
Maybe that's one of the reasons why you're not getting laid as much as you want. Maybe you should rethink the whole I'm wearing a vest on purpose thing.
This isn't a new thing. So vest or not.
It's only, okay. All right. Well, it's definitely not helping. You know? What's the definition, insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting different results?
Yeah. No, trust me, I've had that conversation with myself recently about several things. So where do you guys fit into this? You can comment or text. You can text 800-394-1061. You can comment on the stream or social media. Are you in the 38%, like Marshall, totally satisfied, happy with how you're getting it on? You're like me, 29%, not happy? Or are you that rare unicorn, 5%?
Unicorn.
Says
too much
sex.
Right.
I don't think that exists. I don't.
I think if I was having too much, I'd be a lot skinnier. Obviously, I'd be getting a lot more exercise, so I'm fat and happy, obviously.
All right, comment and text. Where do you fit in? Are you getting enough, not enough, or too much sex? Still not possible. This is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Got brand new stuff from the Foo Fighters. Here's Waiting on a War, Rock 106.1.
Wanda goes, I could walk by the hubby and spank his ass with no response. I'm like, what the F? Dude, let's go.
See, that would never be an issue. And I'm not trying to, make my wife look bad or anything. She's got a lot of work. She does a lot of things. I get it. It's fine. But, yeah, I would like to have more sex.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have more sex. Just throwing it out there.
See, and maybe, Wanda, that's your thing when you hit him on his butt and you're like, oh, we should go and do this. Maybe you should honestly just say it. Or just have a word. You know, if there's kids around, just be like, pineapple. Or Sheboygan.
That does sound like a euphemism for sex.
Yeah.
Sheboygan.
Yeah, something, a little word. Raven Dantes, Marshall just made hose, not a dapper. What'd you say? Oh, Marshall just made he's not as dapper as Cotter. Yeah, without a doubt. I can confirm I'm not as dapper looking as Cotter, nor will I ever be. I'm not going to wear a vest anytime soon.
You know what? I like the vest. You can knock it as much as you want.
I don't have to knock it.
Don't care.
Because no one's knocking it. No one's knocking on it to take it off. No one's knocking anything close to it. We're good. There's no knocking close to that vest.
That's true. That's true. I wish I could trace it back to when I started wearing vests, but I can't. That's the
Change
sad
it up.
part.
You should start wearing.
I changed it up. I put on a vest. It didn't matter.
You should start dressing like the dudes from Miami Vice. Maybe it's bright colors. Maybe your wife's just been colorblind all these years, and she just needs something. She literally cannot see you.
Just need to get her attention.
You're always you're wearing black. So, good Lord. All right, guys. One more quick story where we're going to plead for your affection. Speaking of, I have to go vote.
Yeah.
Chris Vox goes, I dig the vest.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know what? I dig the vest. I don't regret the vest. I like the vest.
Say vest one more time, motherfucker.
Vests.
Nothing sounds like a man who's very confident when he has to defend his vest as much as you just did.
I will continue to defend my vest until the death.
Is it because of your financial commitment to your vest? Gibby says, are you going to get a Christmas vest? You have to.
I will. Yeah, I'll
to.
totally get a Christmas vest.
You should honestly get 4th of July.
I should. Okay.
Because you can use 4th of July for Memorial Day, Labor Day, and 4th of July.
What's the next big holiday?
Easter. You got like a week. Get
man.
like the most egregious Easter-colored vest.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah. Because if you're going to be a vest guy, do it all the way. Don't half-ass it.
No, I'll commit.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Get the celebration vest. You should get a vest you could just put your face on it. You know what I mean? Like 100 times.
All right,
All right, we're about 45 seconds back into the radios. Going to talk about Connect Savannah and the NHL. You're going to play that audio here?
Yeah, we'll play the audio during the segment. All right, guys, we'll be back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Final hour of the show today. All right, before we get to the next story, let's talk Connect Savannah. This is where we grovel, beg, and plead.
I'm not groveling
for your vote.
No, you guys should be so confident in us, especially after almost a month of doing the morning show. There shouldn't be any groveling. You guys should just be like, yeah, without a doubt, you guys are the best morning show on the radio in the Savannah Hilton Head area.
Because there's like two of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's us and a news talk guy. So
and there's a dude out of Hilton Head.
Never heard of him. What's his name? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what his damn name is, Cotter. It doesn't matter.
He's in Hilton Head. You can't win the Savannah Award.
Yeah, get out of here.
So there's two of us. Yeah. I think. I don't know. Is there anybody else?
No.
Who knows?
Doesn't matter.
So you can go to connectsavannah.com and you can vote for the Best of Awards. There are several radio categories. There is the Station of the Year, Rock 106.1, of course. We've been runner-up a couple times over the past 12 years I've been here. Never won Station of the Year. I want that, man. There is the Best Local Morning Show that you can vote for, and then there is the Best Radio Personality, and we're supporting Marshall for that award.
You seem so hesitant every time you say that.
I'm serious.
I don't like your attitude.
No, I am all in on you winning this award.
Okay,
well, I'm in. I am in.
So if you go to connectsavannah.com, hit the banner where it says the Savannah Awards, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom. There's a media tab. Click on that, and that's where you'll find all this. You can vote once per day. I'm actually voting for myself essentially in everything right now. Sorry, I'm also voting for the show and the radio station as well.
I appreciate that.
But mostly myself. on all the categories that make absolutely no sense. Because I think I mostly think it's fun.
Just copy and paste Marshall and just paste.
It's a good plan. So please, if you don't mind, vote for us. We appreciate it.
All right, so we got this story out of the NHL. Longtime official Tim Peel had a hot mic incident, went down on Tuesday during the Predators and Red Wings game. Now, he admitted on the mic that was broadcast on local television that he found a reason to call a penalty against Nashville to make up for a perceived issue earlier in the game. And here's a bit of that audio. So there wasn't much, but I wanted to get a penalty against this, whoever he was talking about early on. Now, you're a hockey guy. Is this a thing? I mean, is this like some unspoken of thing that people know about where refs are trying to even things out and penalties are getting called maybe where they shouldn't be?
Now, I guess it's been happening in the NHL for a little while, but no one's ever really talked about it to a level where I've honestly heard about it. But according to reports that I've read, it's been going on for a little bit. It's like a retaliation thing.
Sure.
But this guy, I mean, he's been in the league and refereeing games for years, and including Stanley Cup games. So the NHL has completely yanked him from officiating games. I don't think they fired him, but I think they definitely yanked him from working on the ice.
Yeah, they yanked him, and I guess the word was he had refereed like 1,300 games. I mean, it was an obscene number.
A ton of games.
And he was, I guess, set to retire at the end of this year. So they said they didn't say fire.
Right.
They said he would no longer officiate current or future games. It was weird wording, but that's what they said.
Yeah, now or in the future is what they said, to be exact. They put out a big, long press release, but they said there is no justification for his comments, no matter the context or the intention. The National Hockey League will take any and all steps necessary to protect the integrity of our game. But now you're going to go back and think about all the games he possibly refereed and possibly gave one team the favor in it.
So, I mean, my question is, if this is something that's been going on for a while, I mean, is it just a referee thing? And if that's the case, why? Or is it something bigger and the league is involved because they want to keep things close or they want certain people to win or certain teams to do better? So, I mean, where does all this start? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I mean, this isn't the first sports league to have referee issues like this. The NBA
yeah.
had Tim Donahue for years.
Right.
Not do exactly the greatest thing and kind of pitch games to one side or the other because of, well, gambling issues. So, I mean, hopefully this kind of kills this issue, but, I mean, this is going to be a prevalent thing for years to come, especially as gambling is going to become more widely available in states across the board. People are going to want to know and probably want certain teams to win going forward. So this is not going to end here. This is going to be an ongoing issue. And I can't wait for gambling to come to Georgia. Please, for the love of God, FanDuel, sponsor this show. I cannot wait to lose all my money.
All right, it is the Connor and Marshall Show. Going to wrap it up with Marshall's music news. It is coming up next. Rock 106.1.
Gibby goes, best day spa, Marshall. Best candle maker, Marshall.
I'm just copy, paste.
Without a doubt, man.
Dude, we missed out.
In what way?
Tim, the engineer, loves to automate everything.
Okay.
Dude, Tim could have automated the voting process to where just every day it just automatically votes.
Oh, nice.
I mean, not that we're going to cheat and stuff the ballot, but.
Well, that's good. Well, actually, I have good news for you. The guy at MF and Hot Sauce.
Did he get back to you?
He just got back to me. His response was easy. Hell yeah, brother.
I love it. So, yeah, I mean, if nothing else, if he could just do some stupid specialty hot sauce that's a Torture Tuesday thing that we can use, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually going to be at the Two Tights thing on Saturday, so we'll get a chance to talk to him there.
Good.
Let's see. Chris goes, Nashville getting the business as usual. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's yeah.
What was that?
Sorry, he said Nashville getting the business. Sorry, I hate Nashville. I hate the Predators because the Blackhawks, which I'm obviously a big fan of, them and the Predators have a cantankerous relationship.
What story are you doing first? Who we want to play?
I'll do that Rammstein story first. And I think I changed up music news. I'm gonna do Rammstein, and then I'll do Metallica, and then I'll do a Queens of the Stone Age story.
All right, we'll go into Du Hast.
Yeah, let's do Du Hast. Let's see. Chris says, just want to let you guys know I'm opening for John Karabi at Victory North
Oh,
on May
shoot.
19th. Cool.
That is awesome as hell, man.
Chris Blevins Vox. Absolutely, man. That's awesome.
I like it.
We'll have some tickets for actually people to win here in the next month or so for that show. But we're excited to be a part of John Karabi being coming up at Victory North. And then Gibby says, I'd buy the sauce. Yeah, so we're in the very beginning stages of talking to someone about doing a hot sauce for us. So, if that becomes a thing, we'll let you guys know. But hopefully we'll get an opportunity to meet this gentleman who's behind a local hot sauce company.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Shot him a message yesterday. I'm glad he just got back to me. All right, guys, just got Marshall's Music News. Then we'll wrap up the show today. What do you got going on? You just going to pick up your kid and
I'll
work?
get some stuff here, get some stuff done here, and then got to pick up my kid at 1:30. My dog's getting his rabies vaccine today, so I got to run him by the place to get the shot. He'll love that.
Easy.
And then, heading home.
So we got, let's see, Rammstein. Kirk Hammett of Metallica is doing some side stuff from the band. I'm going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about a possible Caius reunion. Caius is the band that Josh Homme kind of was in for years before he split off and did Queens of the Stone Age.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, hopefully that's the deal. We're trying to do a fun hot sauce, so hopefully we'll have some word on that. But there you go. Yeah, hoping to do a little something and talk to those guys this weekend, and maybe we can get something going. We also have, I think we'll have some beers coming out this year as well. Some show beers, some station beers with Smith over at Hopatomica in Southbound. We talked to him about it when he was in just a few weeks ago, and I'm going to follow up with him.
Yeah.
In regards to kind of getting those things going. I'll have to go back to the video to see what we talked about.
We talked about doing a 20th anniversary beer with Southbound.
We actually talked about beer styles, though.
Yeah. I'd like to rediscuss, I think, one of them. One of them I was like, it was okay. But yeah, talked about a 20th anniversary beer with Southbound, and then show beer with Hopatomica.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's been
I think we talked about doing like a cherry wheat ale or something.
Right. Yeah, that was the one I was like, no. I'm not a fan of wheat beers.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mix something up a bit there. Ugh.
That's what I'm saying, Gibby.
What's up? Oh, cherry wheat. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not my thing. All right, so we got Heart-Shaped Box from Nirvana, and we'll get into story 1.
With a little spice to warm the tummy. That's weird. Not a cherry wheat. Nice fall beer. No, my favorite cherry beer is Sam Adams cherry wheat.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really good. I wouldn't say there's any spice to it. Actually, I had one last night while I was making burgers.
My go-to lately has been the Tropicalia, so I did get a 6-pack of that yesterday at the store, so I had one of those last night. Like that beer.
Yeah, I haven't been doing too many IPAs recently.
Yeah, like I said, I recently got back into those a bit.
So I actually just got served an ad. So Jacksonville is doing a series of shows called River Jams. They're bringing in Chase Rice, Newfound Glory, Quad City DJs, and Sugar Ray for a string of free shows in downtown Jacksonville.
Dude, I will. Sugar Ray, at least back in the day, great live. I mean, fantastic live. They opened up for Yeah, I guess Matchbox 20 was the headliner. It was Maroon 5 before they were a hit, before they were a thing,
Mm-hmm.
because they were the typical opening band who gets like a corner of the stage while everybody else's stuff is covered.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. Sugar Ray came up on stage, and they had like a bar behind them, and there were bartenders on stage, so it's just all part of the spectacle. They were just super fun. And then Matchbox 20, one of the most boring shows. We left. We left after about 3 songs. There was no moving. There was no anything. It was the light show was cool, but they just stood there and played their stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you ready to bounce? Gone.
So they're doing it every single Thursday. It looks like the Waterfront in Jacksonville. So they have Chase Rice on the 8th, Newfound Glory on the 15th, hip hop artists and Jacksonville native Quad City DJs on the 22nd.
Come on, ride the train, baby.
And then, Sugar Ray on the 29th. Only if our city did something cool like that. They'll have local openers, too. Like the Firewater Tent Revival and Honey Hounds.
Oh.
All right, we're about 2 minutes off from doing the first of 3 Marshall's Music News stories. Then we'll wrap up the show for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out on the stream. Cool stuff. Yeah, I got the dentist appointment today. Then my buddy's coming over to help me set up this resistant band thing I'm putting in my garage. And then I got bingo tonight. So that's the rest of my day.
Nice.
Work somewhere in there.
Cody Rhodes, Brandy Rhodes, going to star in a new reality series, Roads to the Top. It's on TNT. So it's like The Miz.
Oh, cool.
I'm guessing because him and his wife have their show on USA.
Okay.
Miz and Mrs.
People watch that? Is that funny?
It actually did really well.
Yeah.
It's a USA show. It's not like groundbreaking numbers, but it's done well. They keep it coming, keep it going.
Man, that's middle school nostalgia to the max. You guys know of any local bands looking for a bassist? I don't.
I do not.
But I know probably Sugar Ray in a couple years.
All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, thanks for hanging out this morning. Cotter and Marshall Show. Get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. While you're there, last half an hour of the show, let's kick it off. Story number 1, Marshall's Music News.
So, Rammstein has been forced to postpone their European tour for the second time. They'll now move it into the summer of 2022. Now, in 2019, they had a massive year. They put out Deutschland and their highly successful Untitled album as well. Now, the band in a release said, the band and everyone involved are very disappointed about this, given the lack of planning, reliability for holding events this size. The step is unavoidable. The concerts are rescheduled for 2022. Now, they do have a string of dates in the U.S. this year that have not been canceled or moved.
Okay.
I just don't know. I got a feeling they're probably going to be. Their first date is in late August. August 22nd, they're going to be up in Montreal. Then they make stops in Philly, Chicago, Minneapolis, Foxborough. And then they kind of go down to California for a couple dates and then into Mexico City for 2 dates. And that's kind of it. So I cross your fingers. Those shows still happen, especially if you're a Rammstein fan. But it looks like that's all we're going to get from the band. It looks like for this year because there's nothing else planned for them touring, at least until now, 2022. Now they've had to reschedule the European Stadium tour.
All right, more of Marshall's Music News coming up. Here is Du Hast, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Sorry, I'm checking out. So Chris just dropped a link in the stream for a video.
Okay.
So Voodoo 13's Twisted Love. It looks really good. It looks like it's really great professionally shot. I can't listen to it on the computer right now, obviously, for obvious reasons, but it looks like it's filmed beautifully.
Nice.
Chris, I'll have to check that out after the show, man. But thanks for dropping it in there, man. Good luck with obviously opening up for John Karabi here in May. You all right, pal?
Stand up and stretch. Old man bones.
All right, next story up is going to be about Metallica. Kirk Hammett has found an extra gig. Possibly is good. I don't know how much he's getting paid with Metallica.
I was going to say he's found an extra gig, but Lars still gets more input on material than he does.
Sure. The drummer. All right. So Cody Rhodes and his wife Brandy from AEW are going to have their own reality show.
Yep. They are. Roads to the top. I don't know. Whatever. Cool. Good for them.
Yeah, not something I think I'd watch.
Now, I watched a couple of the episodes of Ms. and Mrs. It's your typical everything feels incredibly staged reality show. You know, just everything seems completely set up and fake. The first season was about them moving from California to Austin, Texas, and then like, the second season was them being in Austin, and then toward the end of it, it was like them moving. I don't know, but
they moved back to L.A.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's like for what it is, it's typical reality stuff, but none of it seems real.
Sean goes, today's my Friday. Hope you boys have a great weekend. Thank you, appreciate that. Good luck
man.
to your weekend.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, our weekend starts 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
It really does.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It's actually the weekends, the 2 days a week that we get to sleep in. Actually, you really look forward to when you start doing morning radio. Saturday and Sunday, you really don't take for granted those days because sleeping in is something that you just don't get.
Yeah, I know. It's nice. I enjoy it.
100%. Interesting. All right, 2 more stories, guys. We're going to wrap up the show. Jeffe, the new music beta fish, is sleeping back to his exact spot of the cactus pinata or the
Party cactus?
Party cactus, excuse me.
All right, we'll be back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show. Don't forget, you can get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch if you haven't checked it out yet. It's a lot of fun, man. We're not on the air. We're going to continue the stream, talking back and forth, seeing what's going on behind the scenes. Super top secret stuff.
Super top secret. Yeah, you would have heard about our hot sauce. Or maybe not our hot sauce if you were on the stream today.
We'll find out. Right now, story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
So Metallica's Kirk Hammett has found an extra gig during the pandemic because obviously he needs the extra side cash. That's why I host bingo on Thursday nights, and he plays just, for Carlos Santana on his brand new album. Now, the 2 Bay Area musicians have crossed paths before, as Hammett has played on the 2005 Santana album, All That I Am, on their song Trinity. Now, Santana has enjoyed a prolific period during the pandemic. He has made 3 albums. That's right, not 1, not 2, but 3 albums during the last year or so. Now, the first album, which is apparently 90% complete, is entitled Blessings and Miracles. It does not have a release date yet, but it will also feature Living Colour vocalist Corey Glover on certain tracks, and another rock and roll legend, singer-keyboardist Steve Winwood also appears on this album as well. So if you're a big Santana fan, expect to get all sorts of guest love from Blessings and Miracles. They anticipate something getting announced very, very soon and the album to be released this year.
I mean, when you get a little bit older, you just want to, settle down, not do a whole lot. Santana's out here busting out 3 albums.
He was the very first residency in Las Vegas when it came to like big time musicians.
Really?
He was the residency at the House of Blues, and I think at the Hard Rock. He kind of flip flopped between the two for like 2 years, and then it suddenly became a thing. So he kind of like kicked off the musical residency in Las Vegas.
Man, to be that creative. I mean, over the pandemic, I did nothing. I did nothing to better myself.
I played a bunch of video games, and I learned like 4 words in Spanish. So maybe I am prolifically awesome.
That was the thing. All right, coming back, one more story to go with Marshall's Music News, and then we'll wrap it up for you Thursday. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
And Gibby goes, "Don't shake your head about the hustle, Cotter. You don't know."
No, I mean, just to be that creative, 3 albums, that's insane to me, man.
Well, I wonder how deep he is in the other albums. If
That's
one,
true.
he's done 90%. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
he has a trilogy albums he had in his mind. Or maybe he's dying. Because that's what David Bowie did. I mean,
Well,
David Bowie found out he had essentially the worst cancer, and he did as much music as he could. There's still stuff from David Bowie that we're not going to hear for like another 10 years.
Yeah.
We're going to get an album of stuff we've never heard before from David Bowie.
I'm okay with that.
Because apparently he did a ton of stuff before his passing. And that was like 5 years ago, 8 years ago, forever ago.
One more break to go. Tomorrow's Fire Away Friday, beer for breakfast. Anything else outside of the normal stuff?
Bunch of normal stuff,
Yeah.
trivia about last night. And the time to start hustling is now. We are hustling, man.
Yeah.
Hustling our brains out over here. I'm going to the dentist today. That's hustle. That's commitment to my teeth.
Yeah, no, it's been, past couple of years have been busy just with other stuff. I mean, for a while there was working at, where was I working? Coastal. Attended bar at Coastal for a couple of years. That was fun. Because it didn't have to mix drinks. All I had to do was pour beer and talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I like that. Got the trivia thing going on.
Yeah, the NBA trade deadline is coming up. I forget when exactly it is, but it looks like there may be a couple Raptors players from their championship team just 2-3 years ago getting traded away.
Oh, wow.
Kyle Lowry is the big name there. I was just saw a story on that.
Okay. Keep an eye on that for tomorrow. Has there been an update on LeBron? Just his?
High ankle sprain. He's out for a month and a half. It looks like.
Was that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, most high ankle sprains, especially with the NFL guys. I mean, they're 6 weeks. I mean, LeBron's an amazing athlete, so maybe it's going to be at least a month for him. Let's see. Trending on Twitter right now, Chrissy Teigen plans on leaving Twitter. She announces. We'll miss you.
Sure.
We'll miss you, Chrissy Teigen. Let's see. A bunch of stuff I don't understand. Oh, your favorite thing, the how do you pronounce it? The Suez, S-U-E-Z, Suez Canal.
Oh, Suez?
Yeah. It has a large container ship blocking
Yeah, I saw that.
all of it, which is ridiculous. Amazon unions are trending on Twitter today. Mary Tyler Moore is trending, number 28.
Interesting.
Trending number 2 today is hashtag is exhausting AF. People share things that are exhausting AF. Being an adult, fighting depression, reading lengthy text messages, looking after my family, dealing with anxiety, interacting with people, living with depression, having kids, being an amazing grandparent. All those things. Ridiculous.
A little bit.
Still got a few more minutes coming out of commercial.
Yep, gonna have Pop Evil's Breathe Again after.
Cotter, if you could die and come back as an inanimate object, what would it be?
An inanimate object. Let's see. What would be cool? Samurai sword would be awesome. Something cool like that.
Once again, guys, if you could die and come back as an inanimate object, what would it be? I would come back as Abe Vigoda. The man is essentially a statue.
I think he's dead.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
just come back as Abe Vigoda. You should just stuff him somewhere. The man was in The Godfather.
That's true. Yeah, that's a random one. I don't know.
I'd come back as a brick instead of a music venue so I can see all the shows.
There you go.
But like a legendary music venue that they'll never change. I come back as a frisbee golf frisbee. You get to fly, sometimes swim, go to the woods.
And
Nice.
there's going to be weed. You know there's going to be weed.
Yeah.
You're going to get that nice secondary high. Good.
Guaranteed almost.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Slowly wrapping up the show today. Got 2 minutes left before we hop back on the air. One last story about Queens of the Stone Age, or more importantly, Josh Homme's first band that he kind of got over with, which was Caius. Stoner rock to the extreme.
The Macho Mandalorian. I'm sorry, that's just stupid but funny. Can you see it?
No, I can see it.
Yeah. That's dumb. That's amazing, though.
I have some stuff scheduled for this morning on the rock page as well.
Okay.
Just a heads up there. Have Jimmy John's, not Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike stuff going
yeah,
up
yeah.
with the Ronald McDonald House.
Sure. Got about a minute.
You know, I actually haven't listened to much Caius at all. I've heard a little bit, but I haven't heard much.
Yeah, I'm not
I need
familiar
to,
with him.
I need to go back and listen to more of them.
All right. All right, guys, here we go. We'll be back. Last break of the show. Thanks for hanging out today, Cotter and Marshall Show. Don't forget to try the stream tomorrow if you haven't done so already. Get the stream Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. As always, like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. Before we wrap it up, though, one more story to go with Marshall's Music News.
Queens of the Stone Age band leader Josh Homme just last summer admitted that he wished he would have left Caius on, better feeding foot, I guess. Anyway, they had a pretty messy breakup in 1995, and in last summer, he actually talked about how he wished he could get back together and at least play a couple more shows with the guys. Well, the original Caius drummer, Brant Bork, heard that, and he actually reached out to Josh, and Josh said, oh, yeah, you got a couple things going on. I'll get back to you. And, well, that's kind of where it lays right now. Yeah, Josh said there may have been times through it I cannot. There have been many times I thought it cannot end this way, but apparently he hasn't thought much beyond that because he hasn't done anything, including returning a call from the original drummer from the band. Now, Brant said that he would like to hear from him, and he said they're cool, but he doesn't know if anything's going to happen, and that's all he has to say about it at this time. But Caius was a huge, desert stoner rock band from the early 90s that was very, very popular. They tried to do a reunion, but Josh actually blocked it legally because, well, they just don't get along. But I guess the guys are kind of okay now, but not enough to actually, return calls and stuff.
This sounds like Josh was just drunk tweeting one night, sent the message out, the next day instantly regretted it.
Yeah, I that may be the case, but Josh has been very busy doing desert session recordings himself. That is kind of his side project. Plus, he's in 12 other different bands. Eagles Death Metal, Queens of the Stone Age. He's done stuff with Tenacious D, does stuff with Dave Grohl on the side sometimes with them Crooked Vultures. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys come up with if they ever get back together.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for you Thursday. Tomorrow, Fire Away Friday. Follow us on Facebook, either the Rock 1061 page or the Cotter and Marshall Show page. We'll get something posted tonight, give you a chance to pick from 3 songs. We'll play one of them tomorrow during the 8 o'clock hour. Beer for breakfast goes down tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Tony from Wicked Weed. Love this brewery. I cannot wait. Anything he brings, chances are is going to be good. But I really hope it's something different, weird, secret.
You just want the secret stash stuff. You don't want the regular stuff.
Well, I mean, I love the regular stuff, but I can go get me a Lieutenant Dank and be fine.
Okay.
Give me something I can't go over to Habersham and buy. Give me something like that. That's what I want to
Putting
try.
a lot of pressure on Tony. Jesus.
I know, right? And he doesn't even. No pressure. I'm not talking to him. He doesn't know. It'll be fine. So that's tomorrow morning at 9. And then, of course, Are You Smarter Than the Community College Dropout Trivia, brought to you by Rotten Little Bastard Distillery, About Last Night, and more. So have a great Thursday, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow at 6. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
The backroom selections indeed, Gibby. All right, guys, you have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Like Cotter said, all that fun stuff and more. Peace out.
See you guys.